song, but that's all right. We're not gonna do that. Check this out. Yes, brother.
Kia ora te whānau, welcome along here to Tauranga. It's great to have your company for the Rapid League match here between the Whai and the Jets. Awesome to have your company for this clash. And the Whai on an absolute tear at the moment in the Rapid League. They've won all of their games. And Manawatū not going too bad either. They're down the table a little bit, but they have a 50% record for now. Great to have your company. Got the Tall Blacks coach, Judd Flavel, with us. Judd, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And it's great to have you along. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Get your thoughts on the not only this game, but the NZNBL game coming up a little later. But the Whai have been very good so far in the Rapid League. They've got some very good depth down there, haven't they?
Yeah, I just love this. We were just talking off air before, weren't we, about how the concept of Rapid League and the youngsters coming through and coming out and taking a free swing in these games. And you know, as a Tall Blacks coach, I mean, looking at the future of what this team, what the Tall Blacks look like. So great concept. Looking forward to seeing the Whai and the Jets battle it out. Absolutely,
and there are the Whai on top at the moment. Nelson, of course, have been dominating the Rapid League in recent years, but they're there. They are down in 9th place at the moment. Manawatū there, as I touched on, 4-4, have them in 7th place. So they won't be tricky. They might be tricky for the Whai. And remember, we have upsets in this league too. The Southland Sharks, you can see there, beat the Tuatara last night in the Rapid League to move to 3-5 and gave the Tuatara just their second loss on the season. As we get set to welcome the two teams onto court here. Quick check here of the starting fives. McDaniel, Caldwell, Leota, McCoy and Zoran are out there for the Jets. And a few of these guys who actually started Cell's NBL games this season. Zoran started 3, McDaniel has started 2. So good hard-working players for Manawatū so far in 2026. Here is the Whai team. Jaden Bazant was listed to start, but he's dropped out of the starting 5 at the last minute. So Flavel, Thompson, Hawkboy, Collins and Rapson is the player that comes in for Jaden Bazant. Flynn Rapson, the 17-year-old rookie out of Mount Maunganui College. He's in year 13 this year. Despite Rapson's young age, he's still averaging 6 points per game in the 3 Rapid League games he has played. And check out the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head here too, Judd. The point scoring just favours the Tauranga Whai. And but I guess the most impressive stat that we saw there was all of those wins in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Great momentum heading into this game. And, you know, as these players walk out onto court and the luxury of being a Tall Blacks coach, I've been fortunate enough to keep a close eye on some of these youngsters coming through, you know, and one to look out for the Whai is Cole Hawkboy, who, you know, been with our junior team over in Albert-Schweitzer tournament in Germany. So, you know, a real close eye on him in particular from my position. But, yeah, great to see all these youngsters out there.
Another one spot easily with that here is the man in possession. Now that's McDaniel. He's a fine player as well for Manawatū. And Collins tidies that up for the Whai as we get this game underway. As mentioned too, as we saw a nice drive to the basket, no basket there for number 5, Hawkboy. Here's Thompson, hard-working player, and fouled by McDaniel. A player that is listed in the Rapid League team today, we've got to tell you folks, is a certain number 9 from Manawatū, Corey Webster, is there.
I think I've heard that guy before, Corey Webster. I mean, yeah, this is going to be fun to watch when he gets out on the court. What a transformation that's going to be for, you know, the Jets, but just his teammates. I mean, you know, they're going to be served on a platter, like, you know, the way that Corey operates off the pick and roll in particular. So, yeah, their life's just got a whole lot easier, and the Whai will have, you know, another headache there to work out a strategy how to deal with that one. 2
free throws from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, right there for Jet Thompson to get the scoring underway. Of course, just because Corey Webster is listed to play doesn't mean he will play, but we can confirm he has been warming up. He is stripped, ready to play. Might be on limited minutes. At some stage, either in this game, more likely the Cells NBL game, but if he gets on court, Judd, it's going to be great to have him back.
Oh, 100%. You know, he'll be itching to go. You know, the competitor that he is as much as he can. But you know, the smart move, obviously, the bigger picture is getting through the first stage. You know, get himself back on court after a significant injury. So, you know, there'll be plenty of little things that he'll contribute to, and just the main thing really will be just getting himself back on the court and getting the feel of their basketball again. Absolutely.
Thompson misses the 3. It's been almost 11 months since Webster last played a game of basketball due to a ruptured Achilles, and that was Hawk Boy. And in fact, it wasn't Hawk Boy. That was number 3, Flavel, yeah. Going hard to the rim there, CJ Flavel.
Seen some early signs here, and the good thing about Rapid League, you know, I used to sit there as the Rams coach, and you'd be looking at the Rapid game and going, what can we take away from the way that they're playing, you know, the opposition that they're going to take, you know, systematically into the main game. And you know, not too often you're going to see a Rapid team that goes completely rogue to how the NBL game's going to be called or played. So early signs, the Whai spreading the floor, sitting on the 3-point line. They've been known to do this for the number of years, and really open up the driving lanes. As you can see, guys getting to the foul line nice and early in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 points to the Whai, all free throws so far. It's Caldwell looking for support from Zoran, who's going to put up the 3 and buried it. He's got a lovely outside shot, Hamza Zoran.
He sure does. That's one, you know, really have seen little bits of him working out in Hoop 33 here and based on the North Shore. Shout out to Zach Fitzgerald. But, you know, these guys that, you know, getting a little taste here. This is, you know, once again, just sitting in my seat. Fun to see them out here in action.
Absolutely. Zoran again with his hands on the ball. Here's McCoy. McCoy, a very athletic player, and he lays one in there and gives Manawatū first taste of a lead in this game.
Nice finish over the top of the wall up from Dion Collins. Dion Collins, not a small guy out there. He's, you know, he knows how to use that volley.
Rapson now for Tauranga. Can't get around Zoran. Now here's Hawk Boy. Another midi, and now here is McDaniel again for the Jets. Zoran again, backing himself, can't nail it. There's McDaniel, he's a hard-working player. There's Caldwell for 3, and it goes from Boston Caldwell.
Yeah, nice shot. You see the little post up there for Zoran too. And I think we're going to see little glimpses of that as we get to the Sales game, with Poplar also heading into the post as well. So some of the concepts there we're going to see offensively for this group, how they utilize the strengths that they have.
Zoran again over to Caldwell. He's starting to feel it, is he? Yeah, 2 from 2 from the same spot.
I would be, yeah, next time he touches the ball, that defensive scout's got to get him run off the line now. A player loves nothing more than hitting that second shot in the row. You can tell there's going to be a heat check coming up next.
Remember, folks, the Whai have not been beaten in the Rapid League so far. There's Thompson. And it's Ryan Jones. Yeah, he's going to count that one. What happened there?
Yeah, just the slap on the backboard, I guess, as Thompson had gone up to finish and the ball had bounced off the backboard. You know, the defender gone up to challenge it, hit the backboard, a bit of a shake of the basket. It comes down to the interpretation of the ref, whether it had a chance or not to go in. Me personally, I thought it had a little bit too much heat on it for it to actually go in, but you know, that's the ref's call.
It's a run. He wasn't impressed with that call. Let's see what he can do here.
That's too much space for a shooter like that.
Indeed. What about McDaniel getting the ball back again? He is a scrapper and a fighter. Leota for 3, wide open. And again, Manawatū fighting hard, and they've got it back through Caldwell.
You love the modern day basketball. How many threes have we seen being jacked up already? You know, all great looks too, but just the way that the game is played and stretched out on the 3-point line. You know, thanks to the Golden State Warriors, I guess.
Yeah, there's only real one man that we can credit for that. Now let's see what they can do in these last 10 seconds here. McDaniel, strong move there, and the Jets, 8 points clear. Let's see what Thompson can do these last couple of seconds. He can get buzzer beaters, don't worry about that, but that's an excellent effort from Manawatū. 15-7. They went on an 8-0 run in that first quarter. That was very impressive by the Jets.
Yeah, willing to take those long-range shots. Obviously got some shooters out there on the floor. Yeah, I mean, this is indicative of how they play too. Like, look at the Jets' result against the Franklin Bulls. A big win last game. Yeah, offensively, knowing these guys can put the points on the board. So, and now you add in the luxury of a Corey Webster in there too. So, yeah, this is going to be the strong message from coach here. You know, to the troops there. You know, got to do a better job on the defensive end.
Yeah, Sonny Tuaputa. I guess messages will be very clear to the FI team here, but the Jets 6 from 10 from the field in the first quarter, Judd at 60%, and 3 from 6 from long range, 5 rebounds as well. All the stats in their favour.
Coach, that timeout's going to be pretty short in Sweden. Just say, hey, keep carrying on what we're doing here and sharing the basketball and keeping aggressive. And you know, for the Fire, I'd imagine there'll be a lot more attention to those shooters.
Well, let's see what response we're going to get from the fight. You know, they're not at the top of the table for no reason in the Rapid League competition. And
sometimes too, like for a coach, you know, you want him to have that timeout, you know, where you can't. You got to wait till the end of the quarter before you make those adjustments. You know, sometimes, you know, that's just the nature of the Rapid League. But here we see the Jets coming out in a zone. You're going to see this. I think it's a 3-2 zone.
Yes, 7 on the shot clock too, and the zone works nicely. No foul there as McCoy picks it up. Here comes Leota. Oh, he just lost the ball there, and it's been picked up by the Phi. Now they've got a fast break opportunity. Rapson. Nice finish there from Flynn Rapson, the 17-year-old. Yeah, had a bit of work to do there too. Not just a straight clean finish there. Had to counter the challenge there from McCoy. Job is Zaran just loses it stone cold there. Flavel dishes it to Hawk Boy. Here's Thompson. It's traffic and Rapson. It's rotation by the Phi. That's excellent. Somebody shoot it. They got it up eventually, and it's tipped back. They're going to get a second opportunity. Well done. Good effort now. Here's Rapson again. Pitches himself against Caldwell, and he wins the day again, the youngster. Yeah, you see the change in attitude here from the Phi now. You know, like pushing the basketball, being aggressive on the O boards, getting second chances here. Jets got to really stand up now and really, you know, I guess take care of the little business. Tidy little 4-0 run so far. Doesn't sound like much for the Phi to start the second quarter, but there's Zaran reasserting Manawatū's dominance. This is a great way for Zaran too to get some confidence, as you say, like just leading into the big game as well. You know, for a player come out and play in this Rapid League, they can be a little bit more, I don't want to say carefree, but just obviously you got the green light, and you know, someone like this game here can really work for them. Oh, that's a good find, and Rapson got rid of Boston Caldwell, and there's 2 more for the Phi. Straight into the full court pressure here. Great job, great work there from the Phi, and this is something that Matt Lacey will be doing, you know, really targeting, I guess, trying to keep the ball out of certain people's hands when it gets to the big game too. So running short with that shot. McCoy got the offensive rebound though. Here's a run again, and they get it back through Thompson. Thompson loves to push. He does. And he hooks one in nicely there, Jet Thompson. He's got up to 8 points now. This is a strong start of this quarter, you know, for the Phi. Just head down, like, you know, being the aggressives now. McDaniel, just a face-up 3 there. And here comes Rapson. Pushes it again to Kelly. Defense there built by Leota. Jet Thompson again. Oh, yes. Excellent move. Yeah, great reject on that pick and roll. Testing the waters there on that baseline. This is where that timeout that I was talking about, where the coach, you know, with the Jets, they would love to take that timeout, you know, probably a minute ago. But these are the ones, you know, the guys got to learn on the floor, get these, you know, find ways to get the momentum back and taking care of those little things. Pretty much had 3 minutes of uninterrupted play there. I think that was the first foul of the quarter whistle there by Ryan Jones. Here's a run. Leota. tightly by Kelly. Ruben Leota. Is that going to be a counter?
Counting it.
Wow, they are indeed.
It's a long continuation, but yeah, by the rule book, I guess, you know, they'd already gathered the ball up and into their steps. So, you know, this is one of the things you see there on that finish, just the composure that players have once they enter the paint, you know, and you look at the likes of Luka Doncic, I guess, you know, the way that this guy plays and you know, once you touch that paint, sometimes you enter in the paint at such a speed that, you know, some of the best players in the world really are just a handful once they get into they get to their spots. They've got a bunch of counters and moves there that they can operate from.
3-point play in the end, finished from the Chemist Warehouse stripe there by Ruben Leota. Reach in there by Leota. I think actually called. Well, no, it may have been Leota. Anyway, that's going to be a 5 possession with 49 seconds left. Flavel to Mbounder. Thompson. By McCoy. Thompson had a big second quarter, but McDaniel picks up that loose ball. He'll fancy himself to go all the way, and he does. That's some strong finishing, Christian McDaniel.
Sure is, great finish. It's, you know, got split through the gap of two defenders there. But once again, you can see, you know, what a turnover does, you know, like really puts you on your heels in defensive transition. So both teams, you know, have reaped the rewards of the turnovers, and, you know, credit to the defensive end to getting that done. This is exactly what the Jets need.
Exactly, they've absorbed the Fire played a lot better in the second quarter, but they've absorbed it pretty well as Thompson puts the quick 3 up. It's a 2-for-1 play with 30 seconds left. They've got the offensive rebound here. Here's Rapson.
Just keep note of the player timeout too. That will be coming up next for both these teams.
This is that one, McDaniel. 2 with 14 seconds left. You can call the BNZ player timeout if he wants. Going to play it through. Almost nailed it. What about that hands there from Boston Cool. Now Rapson. Rapson! And it's 23-16 at the half. To Manawatū. They preserved, or they had their lead cut by 2 points in that second quarter, but still pretty good effort there from Manawatū to lead by 6.
Yeah, that's right. Great start of that quarter with the Whai coming out and really pressuring and putting their head down. You know, seeing Jet Thompson get to the lane. You know, this is something that both teams, we've seen how aggressive they are when they catch the ball. But credit that to the spacing. You know, we said credit to the defensive end too to get that running start out of the blocks. You know, I think both teams will be kind of happy-ish about how that second quarter went. Yeah, look forward to seeing what happens in the third. We saw the Manawatū come out in the zone, that 3-2 zone at the start of the second. So, you know, maybe that's one way to keep the Whai in front of them, you know, if they need to. So keep an eye out for that.
Okay, let's have a look at some stats for you. Run through some Chemist Warehouse stats. Jet Thompson, 10 points at 57%. He's doing a great job with Flynn Rapson supporting him. He's on 6 points. And CJ Flavel's working hard at the other end of the court for Tauranga. He's picked up 4 rebounds. Manawatū, well, their leading scorer, Hamza Zaran. All 5 players, it looks like they're going to try and play the whole game with just 5. With all of them have scored. Zaran with 8, Cordwell with 6. And McDaniel with 4 points. He's got a couple of rebounds as well. And McCoy scored 2 points and also picked up 4 rebounds. It's a good all-round team performance so far from Manawatū.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, this 5 will play it out. Like let's keep an eye on the fouls. I mean, they're in great shape at the moment, but you know, I've been in this position before where we've planned sort of have a scripted, I guess, how many minutes guys are going to play. And you know, for example, there's no way Corey Webster's going to play this rapid league game if he's got a chance to play in the big game. So, but we've had to, you know, before where you've had to change quickly because of the foul count. But yeah, just keep an eye on that. But I'm sure the Jets will turn to a zone if they get to their place.
Absolutely. Well, here we go with the third quarter. 1-2 up by 6. Can they keep this going? Been fantastic so far in this first half of this rapid league game. They can go on and win this. It'll be the Tauranga Whai's first defeat in the rapid league game this season. Now McDaniel kicks it out to Caldwell. Look at the space here for Boston Caldwell. He's astray that time, and Kelly's got it.
Nice play. Yeah, great play. You know, well drilled. Got the shot that they wanted. Wide open, catch and shoot three. Able to get their defensive transition set too. When you get a good open look like that. Yeah, a lot of positives there.
Hopoi. Marked by Zaran. Cole Hopoi. And we're going to fight for the rebound there. And is there going to be a counter for Dion Collins?
Now, if we recall, on the baseline, Collins was with the Jets last year.
He was.
So a little extra meaning to this one. I don't care what you say. Whenever you go up against your former team, there's always an extra, you know, I guess a little bit of motivation there for you. But
yeah, well, he's back home now, though. He's a Tauranga boy. Yeah, he'll be extra motivated as we see Kelly. CJ Flavel. 5 on the shot clear here for the 5. Yeah, rejected, and Collins couldn't get the shot away in time. So Manawatū's defense continues to stand tall, Judd.
yeah, good defensive possession there from the Jets. I mean, Whai, you know, had them disrupted. I mean, the spacing wasn't right. Flavel put the head down, but just running into traffic and not able to have the spacing to operate with.
Isaac McCoy out of Hutt Valley. He's been taking his opportunities this season. He's had 5 appearances in the NZNBL.
Yeah, we talked about the players warming up for this one, you know, and getting their groove, finding their groove. Do you think the refs do the same thing? You know, take a little bit to get their eye into the game as well? I mean, that's probably a real thing for referees as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've got to be switched on right from the opening tip-off, don't they? In all sports, really. Here's the play from Zaran. Nice disruption there from Cordell, but the Whai have it. So no change to the halftime score yet. Grind in this third quarter so far. Here's Flavel. Thompson.
They get the ball through hands here and then get to that third side pick and roll. Great reject here from Jet Thompson once again, getting his head down, finding those gaps. They've got to do a better job of containing him.
He's got 12 points, Jet Thompson. Great job from him in this Rapid League game. He's been averaging 10 points per game in the Rapid League, Jet Thompson. He's giving that a little northward boost. Here is Zaran. 5 on the shot clock for Hamza Zaran. And he's got his own rebound. And he gets the foul, Thompson.
Yeah, nice move. They're able to get to the basket and way to stick to it as well. Just, what does the QEYC call it? Stick to itness. Getting back that second chance opportunity there. Good body, you know, just the right, I guess when you look at a basketball body and what it looks like these days, you know, and we're getting more of these athletes come through our system. And, you know, it's such a, I guess you look at the Tall Blacks program as well, like we got a lot of athletes coming through and now our youngsters as well. So, you know, the sport in good hands. We've got a lot more participants coming through, the high school, you know, the age groups, you know, we're doing well in the junior space and more of these athletes walking through our stadiums, which is awesome. Yeah,
it's exciting, isn't it? Of course, we've got another Junior World Cup coming up very soon too. The under-17 men's team's off to Turkey, I think, again soon. So we're going to get to see the next wave of players coming through again, Judd?
Yeah, 100%. And you know, I've been fortunate enough to, in my role, just to be across some of that and, you know, watch them in during camps and you know, they're well coached. The coaches now that we have, the young coaches coming through, you know, the Matt Lacey's, the Quinn Clintons, you know, it's really paying off for us and with our coaches as well. And now they're getting this exposure to these world events, mixing it up with, you know, some big-time countries out there, basketball powerhouses, and doing really well. You know, getting 4th in the world. I mean, at 2 of our last sort of junior tournaments. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, wonderful. There's Rapson. Just see Corey Webster over in the behind that GJ Gardner home sign over there, just doing some stretches. Looks like he might get some court time in the NZNBL game. 1:36 left in the third.
They missed our end. It's just on that dive, on that post up there.
You got it back to McCoy. 6 on the shot clock for McCoy. Nicely gathered. Oh, in fact, it's been taken away by Rapson. Good stop by Tauranga. Boy, this has been a tight and low-scoring quarter. It's only 4-2 in Manawatū's favour as Thompson.
Once again, isn't he? He's all about getting into that paint, getting paint touches. Just going back to Rapson's stop there. Quick hands. One thing I noticed from him in the junior camp, just his defensive intensity. really bringing that to the table. Who just hit that?
That was McDaniel.
McDaniel with the 3.
Yeah, it's McDaniel. He's up to 7 points. It's a big basket. Gets that little bit of breathing space for the Jets. There's Rapson. Like the look of Flynn Rapson.
Great awareness to know where the defender riding him on his hip too, and able to get that dribble bump and create that separation for the clean finish. Here we go. This is Cole Hawkboy. Keep an eye on him. This is what he does so well. He's able to take the rebound, bust out of that, and really lead the break. And you know, his decision making for a youngster is very good. Very polished skill set for this young fella.
Josh Kelly finishing off there. Tightens that score back up to 3. Daniel's going to cook up here with this play at the tail of the third. Zaran with the step back 3, and in it goes from Hamza Zaran. He's up to 13 points. Let's see what Tauranga can respond with 8 seconds left in the third. Flavel. Here's Hawkboy. Got to put the shot up. It's down to Jet Thompson. Oh, and it goes from Jet Thompson again. He is the master of the buzzer beater. Great stuff from Jet Thompson. So we get one from three way back in his own half last year in a Rapid League game. That was about half as close. But a vital basket for Jet Thompson. He's up to 15 points. 15
points, yeah. I mean, he's got 15 of their 25? Oh, no, 28 points.
28 points, yeah. It's pretty impressive on a shooting effort of over 60%.
And Zaran now 3 out of 5 for the from the 3-point line, and that last one in particular, that left step back. That's traditionally what shooters love, you know, when they're going towards their left, they really like the pull up, you know, on their right hand, much more accustomed to getting strong finishes to the basket. But when they're going to the left, and as a defender, you got to know this when you're playing with shooters, like which direction that their preference of what they're doing. And we're going to see a lot of this with Corey Webster, you know, when he's getting to that left step back. I mean, guys, people that watch the Australian NBL, this is Bryce Cotton. Those step backs are deadly, and for shooters, I mean, that's as good as a free throw for these guys.
Yeah, it's a really well executed play if you can nail it. Feels like this game is in the balance. Manawatū up 31-28. You have that 3-point advantage. But I would not discount the fight coming back in this game. Feels like this one could go down to the wire. Fourth quarter underway. Flynn Rapson. Running the point for the meantime as we see Collins trying to set him a screen. Rapson. Nice feed there to Josh Kelly.
Off the standing catch too, just showing the bounce that he has. I mean, the play looked like it broken down a little bit. You know, people kind of pointed at each other where to go, but yeah, great result out of that possession.
Josh Kelly, another 17-year-old out of Mount Maunganui College, but as we've seen right through the game, Manawatū strike back straight away, Judd.
Yeah, Caldwell hits his third 3. How many threes has this team hit in this? That's 7 from 14.
Yep, that's it.
There you go, shooting the lights out.
Ooh, almost stolen. Good hustle from Leota. And that is a good play for Manawatū. See what it means to their assistant coach, Elias Alqueri. It's a 4-point game for Manawatū. Some very impressive scoring going on in this game. And Zaran on 13, Jet Thompson up to 15. Flynn Rapson's also hit double figures with 12.
That was a quiet 12 for Flynn Rapson.
Yeah.
It's kind of snuck up on me.
He's going great. 5 from 8 from the field, 62%. Now both his free throws from the Chemist Warehouse strike. Leota. McCoy.
Yeah, running the post player once again for him.
Nice. He's very strong. We saw him in earlier Cells NBL games, nailing plenty of shots just like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the elevation to go with it too. Got the shot and able to rise up and get over the top of that.
Back to a 6-point game. Hawkboy for 3. And it goes from Cole Hawkboy.
Yeah, just once again, just showing the versatility that he has. You know, just a ball handler, a shooter. somebody that can rebound, you know, exciting future for him. And younger brother of Kara Hopoi, who over in college right now, or maybe back in Tauranga right now, but yeah, another one of our young up-and-coming talents.
The Alta misses the three. Up goes Flavel. Strong rebound from him. Here's Hopoi again. Gives it back to Flavel. Flavel is fouled by Saran. Yeah, the Hopois from good stock, aren't they?
Yes, father, I know very well from going back, rewinding the clock, and a few years here. But yeah, Dave was a great player once again. Very similar to sort of a bit of a mixture of both his boys, actually. You know, a little bit longer than Cole, but had some ball handling of versatility like he did. This is going a long time back there.
Indeed. Well, Flavel gets the free throw, so it's back to a 2-point game, which means Manawatū's due for another three-pointer. It seems to be the pattern of the game.
Yeah, these last few possessions, I think, you know, the team that sort of, I guess, get through their, not necessarily their sets, but just to complete their possessions. You know, you don't want turnovers because that's going to be the thing that kills you right now. But
that's exactly what happens there. Let's see if Tauranga can capitalise. Maybe take the lead here, Judd.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's see what happens. It's Cole Hopoi. Comes forward. Flavel. Looking up a play for Kelly. Back to Flavel. Trying to go around McCoy. And it can't quite get there. McDaniel, strong rebound by him.
Yeah, great challenge by McCoy too. Just, you know, making him change that shot.
Daniel over to Zaran. Did he score for Manawatū in this game? Going for three again. And in it goes from Hamza Zaran. That's his fourth three.
Yeah, you just knew that he wanted that shot too. He wanted that jumper.
That is a goal 10 from McCoy. So that's going to be another 2 to Thompson. So it's back to 3 again. Just over a minute left.
Rapson really giving McDaniel some bother. Yeah, just in the backcourt there.
Got over the 8 seconds pretty comfortably in the end.
Now, if there is somebody to be guarding Zaran right now, it is probably Jed Thompson. They actually run him off the line.
Leota, he's in trouble. Shot clock down to 3 here for McDaniel.
It's a big shot.
Oh, and it goes from Christian McDaniel.
Answers the call. Big play, big shot.
10 points for McDaniel. And there's a turnover. It's going to be Manawatū ball.
And they're fired up about this. Are they going to give the Whai the first loss?
They are, look like it. What about this from McDaniel? That is a sweet shot from Christian McDaniel.
The three-point shooting in this game has been unbelievable for these guys.
Yeah, it really has, particularly Manawatū.
What are they, 9 from 18?
Incredible. There's been a big difference between the two teams, but it's going to be tough for the Whai now with that turnover, Judd, with only 30 seconds left and Manawatū having possession.
Rapson doing a great job just bothering the ball once again. Yeah, you got to get up and into Zaran. The Whai, you can't be sitting back on this.
It's just soaking up time here. And McCoy's got the offensive rebound. Caldwell for 3 again. Now Jet Thompson. Well, they're almost out of time here.
They need a 3 here. I'm obviously saying the obvious, but...
And it's away, and Caldwell's got it. And it's a good job from Boston Caldwell. And there's a BNZ player timeout called. That's a smart play from Boston Caldwell.
Yeah, it just relieves the pressure instantly. You know, it's a bit of a cop-out play. I'm not sure how I felt about that when it came in, but I've certainly been on that side of things. I love it, and then, you know, on the other side of it, you hate it. But look, it's in our game, and you know, the players utilising it. You know, smart play, smart call right there.
Well, you can scan the QR code, folks. 5,000 tickets to give away to school groups, sports groups, community groups. Come and see an NBL game. So get details after you scan that QR code. Fill in your details and get your ticket to the big game. And speaking of the big game, don't forget about the Cells NBL game, which is coming up at 7:30 between these two teams. Now, Zaran doesn't need to put the shot up here. And it looks like Tauranga's first loss is confirmed in the Rapid League for 2026, and it's Manawatū who get the victory. Very good, solid performance from them all the way through this game. and they have won it with on the back of some excellent scoring from Hamza Zaran and Christian McDaniel, and they win this game by 42 points to 36. So well done to Manawatū as they win this game.
Shut the lights out, didn't they? 9 from 19 from the three-point line. I mean, you'd be happy walking away with that stat from a 40-minute NBL game.
Yes, indeed. Here they are. We'll run through the Chemist Warehouse stats for you. Well, there are the steals to start with. Yeah, we got 3 in the game, just 1 for McDaniel, but he had an excellent all-round game with 10 points for Manawatū as well. Leading scorer in the game is a run. He was sweet all through that one, wasn't he? As we roll through the rebounds as well, Flavel getting 5, McCoy getting 5. Total rebounds in the game of 20 to the 5 and 13 to Manawatū. Not a lot of assists in this one, but the pure shooting from both teams was really good in this game.
Yeah, the shooting, the shot making was there, and you know, the assists. I guess what we saw was a lot of that shot making was off the dribble, off the bounce. You know, guys getting to the hole, getting to the cup, getting to the basket, being aggressive, and some of that three-point shooting, spectacular wise. You know, at the end of the shot clock too. You know, some big shots there.
Well, there we are. So it's the Jets who get the win, 42 to 36 here in the Rapid League. Congratulations to them. They go to 5-4, and the Fire have their first loss, but stay on top with 6-1. We'll stick around, folks. We've got the Cells NBL game coming up in 25 minutes. We look forward to your company then.
Today's NBL clash is between your Northern Group Tauranga Whai and the Manawatū Jets. 5 fans, both teams are fighting hard for position on the ladder. Both teams are fighting hard for position on the ladder. We need this win. So let's get loud and support your team, the Northern Group Tauranga Whai. So party people, on this side, if you are a 5 fan on this side, can you make some noise? Hold up. 5 fans on that side. Can you make some noise? Okay, these are people that aren't making any noise. Who are you supporting? Are you supporting the Jets? You guys right there. Hello. If you are a 5 fan on this side, put up your hand. 5 fans? Okay. So now 5 fans. If I ask you to make some noise, people are still... We need you to make some noise. So, on this side, if you are a 5 fan, make some noise. Okay, we're going to warm it up a little bit more. Thank you very much, sir. It's like we appreciate it. This guy's got so I like great everything, sir. But on this side and in the front here, we have 5 fans here. We got 5 fans here. Who is a 5 fan right here? Everyone is just sitting and feeding your face. But at the same time, you can still make noise when you're feeding your face. That's no good. So, 5 fans are right about here. Make some noise. 5 fans on this side. Can you please make some noise? There's one girl that's out the noise. Okay, so follow on this side. Once again, if you are a 5 fan and you came to support the 5, make some noise. Okay, now one more time on this side. Can we give those guys a good go? Can we give those guys a good go? I'm sure we can. 5 fans, Tauranga Whai plenty. If you're on this side and you're a fan of the 5, make some noise. Okay, I like it. So, if we can connect, if we can build a bridge between these two sides, and if you came to support the 5, you put up your W's. If you put up your W's like this, and you came to support the 5 on both sides, can you please make some noise? Okay, fans, that's the type of energy we would like for the whole game. We appreciate you. I think we should never away a basketball. Should we away basketball? Everybody will away. Okay, fans, we're going to give a basketball away to this side. But all we need to see is on this side is your best Manawatū, your best Manawatū. If you can give me your best Manawatū, let's see a Manawatū. I want to see a Manawatū. Manawatū from the side. Okay, Manawatū. You want to see some good Manawatū? You see some good Manawatū, bro? I'm seeing a couple. I want to see it stronger though. Who's the best Manawatū? Send it. Oh, okay, friends. I want to make sure.
Up the top. I'm on the way with the ice cream.
Yes.
I'm on the way with the ice cream. Yes. We'll give you a QJ basketball. Congratulations. That was a special one with the ice cream. I didn't see that before. Last round. Yes. Woohoo!
This one, look at yourselves, many people. This will be an opportunity to shoot some hoops with your favorite players. Designed by young people for the community, Youth Fest is all about creating a vibrant, inclusive space and where Nakatahi can So make sure you check it out. Once again, friends, we'd like to bring up our sponsors each and every time. The Northern Group, Foot Mechanic Podiatrist, White Tour Fuel, Pacific Toyota, Bay Venues, Go Media, Body and Motion Physiotherapy, ITM, Tauranga Whai, Some Dental, Elite Business Systems, Craig's Investment Partners, Vista, and the Western Bay Community Event Fund. Thank you very much to our sponsors. introducing the visiting team. Can you please put your hands together for number 13, Hamza Zarai. Number 7, Ruben Leota. Number 3, Boston Caldwell. Number 38, Will Heather. Number 3, Corey Webster. Number 8, Isaac McCoy. And number 1, Christian McDaniel. And the starting 5 for the Manawatū Jets is 25, Kazio Evans Jr.
All right, catching up with Caden Sand of the Jets. The Jets are coming off a much-needed win from the tip-off of the round. What are the keys to bringing that same offensive punch today as you try and make consecutive victories?
Just trusting in the process, trusting in the work we've been putting in, not getting sped up, not getting pushed out of our offense or anything, just running our plays and trusting in coach to get us in the right spots.
Fantastic. And looking at your opponent today, what are the keys of the fire attack that the Jets need to limit as you look to take them down on their home court?
I mean, Ruben, he's a great player. He's leading the league in scoring, so we really want to slow him down. And then really stopping the supporting cast, not letting Tane get hot, and then just slowing everybody else down, not letting them get threes up, and just slowing down transition, especially.
All the best.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with
number 4, Jim Thompson. Number 11, Dion Collins. Number 21, Flynn Ransom. Number 13, CJ Flemo. Number 1, Josh Kelly. Number 66, Jaden Kazans. Number 5, Cole Hokoy. And 5 fans, can you please put your hands together for the starting 5. Number 2, Nicholas Stoddard. Number 8 is Hannah Masters. Number 6, Shane Murray. Number 22, Nicholas Tata. And also the incredible number 7, Ruben Trinity. Put your hands together for the head coach, Matt Lacey, and the assistant coach, Sonny Tuaputa. Make some noise and keep those lights waving in the air.
Kia ora everybody, welcome along here to Tauranga. It's great to have your company here on your Friday night for NZNBL Round 6 action. Tauranga Whai against the Manawatū Jets. And yes, looking forward to this one with both teams just battling a little bit at the moment in the NBL. Looking forward to having Judd Flavel, the Tall Blacks coach, with us for the call. Good evening, Judd. And yeah, these are two teams here that want to start moving in the right direction.
Hey, great to be here, Glenn, and you're absolutely right. Like, both teams be eyeing up this game as a win to get this season back on track and get some momentum. I mean, but you know, the Jets came off a great win against the Bulls the other night. They'll be looking to to keep that momentum flowing, and for the Whai, really, you know, 4-game slide right now. So, you know, real important one for them at home. You know, really important to get this.
Absolutely. Here are the Rams on top. They actually moved to the top of the table last night without even playing. They were second before the Sharks Tuatara game, but the nature of the win for the Sharks has seen the Rams go to the top. The Sharks sneak above the Tuatara into second. Fine win for the Sharks last night. They've won 5 in a row now. And there are the Whai. They were right up there. They won their first 2 games. Manawatū have won 2 as well. So they're down the table a little bit. So it's an important game for both teams here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, and still kind of early-ish days in the season, but you don't want to get too far behind these teams. And top 6, you know, top 6 go through, but yeah, a lot to play for here.
Here's the matches coming up over the weekend. We're in Hawara tomorrow afternoon for the Ayers Saints game. So if you're in South Taranaki, get along and enjoy that game. The Nuggets, who started off brilliantly, have lost their last 2 games. They're back at home against the Tuatara, who will be hurting after being soundly beaten by the Sharks on last night. And the Sharks and the Rams, that's the top of the table. The clash on Sunday in Christchurch, and Nelson at home on Sunday as well. Now, just a little note here. At the top of your screen there's Corey Webster is back for Manawatū. He's had 11 months out of the game with a busted Achilles, and he is back this evening for Manawatū. He's not starting. We're told he might play some limited minutes, but Judd, it's exciting to have C-Web back playing.
100%. You know, this is, what else can we say about this guy? He's a winner. I mean, the fact that he's out there warming up is good signs here for the Jets and for New Zealand fans in general. You know, me as one as well, you know, have a long relationship with Corey. It's great to see the work that he's, you know, coming back from an Achilles tendon rupture is a significant injury, and seeing any athlete go through that, it's just a testament to the work that he's been doing. And let's see how much he plays tonight, but regardless of that, I'm sure he's going to be a voice in players' corner tonight, and you know, just the advice that he has to deliver to these guys is you know, invaluable. Indeed.
He's been out since June 22nd last year. Here is the starting 5 for the Jets. Luca Richards, Isaiah Small, of course, playing his 2nd game here in New Zealand. Caden Sand, who's coming off a 35er in the last game. Jamal Poplar's been going great. Caslow Evans as well. Let's hear now from Caden Sand.
All right, catching up with Caden Sand of the Jets. The Jets are coming off a much-needed win from the tip-off of the ground. What are the keys to bringing that same offensive punch today as you try and make consecutive victories?
Just trusting in the process, trusting in the work we've been putting in, not getting sped up, not getting pushed out of our offense or anything, just running our plays and trusting in coach to get us in the right spots.
Fantastic. And looking at your opponent today, what are the keys of the Whai attack that the Jets need to limit as you look to take them down on their home court?
I mean, Ruben, he's a great player. He's leading the league in scoring, so we really want to slow him down, and then really stopping the supporting cast, not letting Tane get hot, and then just slowing everybody else down, not letting them get threes up, and just slowing down transition especially.
All the best.
Thank you.
He's been really fun to watch, Caden Sand, in this NBL so far. As I said, 35 points. Poplar Jr.'s coming off a 29-pointer in the last game as well. Now here's the Whai starting 5. Nick Stoddart, Tane Murray, Ruben Tarangi, who Caden mentioned has been fantastic so far for this team in his 3 games that he's played so far. Xander Masters and the guitar to complete the lineup for the Whai. Let's hear now from the Australian, the point guard for this team, Nick Stoddart.
All right, I'm here with Nick Stoddard from the Whai, and Nick, the Whai have been on the lookout for the early season rhythm and have currently been in the midst of a 4-game slide. So what are the focal points for the team to improve on today as you look to get back in your winning ways?
Yeah, like you said, 4-game slide. It's not the ideal start, but we've had a good hard week of practice, and I think just things like taking pride on the defensive end in the half court. I think we've been out-rebounded the last few games, and also just taking pride in one-on-one defense in the half court is big for us today.
Nice. And so the Jets are coming off an impressive offensive performance in their first game of the round and have displayed multiple paths to scoring this season. So what are the areas of attack that the Whai are focusing on to slow down in their game today to help you secure the win?
Yeah, they got a really long athletic team. They like to get out in transition, so we're probably looking to slow the ball down early. And then they got a lot of guys that can create off the bounce in the half court. So I think just, taking those guys out of their rhythm and just making it as tough as possible for them.
Cheers, Nick, and all the best.
Yeah, Nick Stoddard there, 21 appearances for the Jack Jumpers in the ANBL this year. And he's a key acquisition for the Whai. Matt Lacey, the coach, will be keen to turn around this team's performance because they, as you touched on, Judd, dropped their last 4 games, including a heavy defeat to the Canterbury Rams in their last match, 99-79. And it's really their attack. It's basically their all-round confidence that needs a bit of a boost.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Stoddard said it there, a good week of training, and that's exactly what, as a player, you want to get back on the bike straight away after that loss, but, it would have been great learnings there for the coaching staff and for the group to really, I guess, get over and film. And, this is going to be an important one, how they come out, the intent that they play with, the activity, the physicality. They've got the makeup for it, with the players there, Ruben Tarangi, Tay Murray as well, so expect these guys to be leading from the front.
Now, Manawatū's last win was, or the win over Franklin the other night, 112-103, a very good win. We touched on Sand and Poplar's influence in that game, but that was only 2 nights ago. You've been in this coaching position several times where you want your team to back up on a tight turnaround. What are the biggest challenges for Manawatū in that respect, do you think? Yeah,
you said it, like these guys, the imports in particular, play heavy minutes. Poplar played all 40 minutes in that last game. So, but watch that game and saw him manage himself out there on the floor. So, they're gonna mix up their defenses. They're gonna be man. They're gonna be switching into zone as well. Where, theoretically, I guess there's a little way that you can conserve yourself. So, Coach Webster will be smart in how he does that. And obviously tonight he's got the luxury of how many minutes he can get Corey through. But, we like the Rapid League. We like the game with Zaran there too. So, he had a great shooting performance in that Rapid League. Let's see if he gets a little bit of extra burn tonight.
Yeah, indeed, yes. In case you missed the Rapid League game, the Jets won that 42-36 to inflict the Whai's first loss in the Rapid League this season. And Hamza Zaran, we just mentioned, they finished with 18 points. Worth mentioning too, not only is Corey Webster likely to play limited minutes in this game, but his brother Ty is listed as an assistant coach alongside his dad, just like Corey was last week. So Ty is injured at the moment, but the prospect of all 3 Websters being united in this team at some point in the next few weeks, boy.
What a transformation that's going to make to any squad, but this Jets team will be, keying them in, and blending them in nicely, and the key is, I guess, at this time of the season too, like where you start really settling into your roster and things, some adjustments going and some key personnel coming back. And for the Jets, that's a massive pickup, having that backcourt there with the Webster brothers.
It really is. And it's going to be exciting when that day comes. So here we go. Not far from getting this game underway in round 6 on your Friday night.
Some really good matchups here too. I'm looking forward to, we talked about Sand and Poplar, having great games. I expect to see Ruben Tarangi and Tane Murray sort of get those assignments. And, I talked about their physicality before. This league is a very physical league. And when I look at Poplar, like, he likes to bang in the post, but he hasn't. Let's see that matchup with Tarangi. That's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on.
So Manawatū win the tip. And thank you for joining us wherever you're watching this game. And here's Poplar Jr. straight away looking to create. And it's been taken by Tata, and here come the Whai.
You're going to see that play a lot. You're going to see that little handoff at the top, the Iowa action, and something that Poplar was very successful for in their last game. Here we go, Team Murray off that away screen. Great feed.
Yeah, nice play to get Tata involved early.
Great play, great play. And I think this is where you're going to see the Jets, you know, they sit back, allow you to kind of come downhill and attack them. They have their big sitting off. So, you know, Tane Murray once again getting downhill. I think we're going to see this is going to be a theme for them tonight.
So Tata gets the first points from the game. Tata, he's been going at 7 points per game. Been averaging 25 minutes per game.
And Tata being with the Melbourne United, you know, squad over the last few years, so didn't actually realise that he had Kiwi heritage, and but you know what a great find, and yeah, more and more of these names are popping up from Australia in particular, so you know that's only a good things for New Zealand.
Wow, and you as the Tall Blacks coach will be watching someone like Nick Tata along with everyone else.
Oh, most definitely, yep.
Well, I know, yeah, Tata, that's certainly a Māori name, isn't it? So. I know there's a darts player from Wellington, Johnny Tata, who's New Zealand's best darts player at the moment.
There we go.
Don't know if they're related, but I'll tell you what.
Great take by Tane there with the up fake, you know, a real shooting threat, and that's what it's going to open up. You know, defenses get too close to him, he's going to attack that front foot and get himself to the cup.
It's good to see Tane Murray back in New Zealand too, isn't it? Here in Aotearoa, there's Poplar Jr. in space, and the foul has come as well with Stoddart. Disappointed to concede that one. Pretty soft.
Yeah, just looking at this group, the Jets, when they come together like this, and you look into the height, the length that this group has, you know, with Poplar, Small, and Richards, who, you know, starting centre, they're all across, you know, at least 6'8" plus. So, and then you add San into the mix too. He's a big guard, so they got the length, they got the athleticism going for them.
Poplar Jr. with that three-point play. Gets Manawatū started in this one. Stoddart. Here's Tarangi.
Coming up into a Spain action. Tane Murray will pop on this one.
There it goes. And a rebound by Stoddart. Tiny play Nick Stoddart.
Now, I managed to have a little conversation with Coach Matt Lacey during the week. He wasn't, you know, he identified the rebounding as an area of a key area for them to improve. So, you know, saw Stoddart there picking up the offensive rebound as they get on the front foot.
They've got to work hard, don't they? Poplar Jr., that's a good pass. And there is 2 more points for Isaiah Small.
And you're already seeing the coverage down there in the post. You know, Poplar going to get a lot of post catches tonight. Whai coming down for the double, and he's able to find the cutter.
Small in his second game. 10 points in that win over Franklin, and that's too easy for Tane Murray.
Another good strong take.
Murray gets on the board early in this one. Both teams trading baskets. If we get this pattern going, we're going to be in for a fun night. Here goes Poplar Jr. again. Bit of a mismatch there against Murray, and there Poplar Jr. He's a strong athletic player.
Has a size mismatch, doesn't he? Able just to get to a spot and take his time and just rise up over top of them, the shorter Murray.
Stoddart looking to accelerate, and he lays it in.
Once again, you know, just able to have that freedom of space, they're taking off that pick and roll and just able to get downhill. Richard's got to be a little bit more aggressive with that.
Not a lot of defense being played at the moment. It's a completely different feel to this game already than the one last night between the Sharks and the Tuatara, let me tell you.
You see the Jets there, you know, once again, Poplar, you know, Small on the post up, Poplar on the one-on-one as well.
Tata with the follow-up off the acceleration drive from Stoddart.
This is where you're going to see probably contrasting styles a little bit. You know, the Jets being a little bit more aggressive with the ball in hand, and the Whai actually moving it, moving the defenses around and looking to attack the gaps.
Tata, athletic rebound. Here's Tarangi. Oh, and that's come off one of the Jets players, so it's going to be, came off Richards. There's that putback jam by Tata, and a strong start.
Yeah, you just see him just displace Richards there underneath the basket. You know, Richards got to be a lot stronger, hit him early. Good athlete, Tata. We see a zone right now.
Dion Collins checks in early to this one. Matt Lacey making changes, and there's 2 easy points there for Ruben Tarangi. First 2 points of the game.
The Jets should probably be a little bit more alert there around the basket. Can't give away freebies like that.
Interesting to see Coach Lacey get Tata out of the game after just 3 or 4 minutes, and there goes Small with 3 for Manawatū.
Just keep an eye on the matchup between Poplar and Tauranga. I mean, Poplar just receiving a little bit of a niggle there and not happy with it, but you know, that's the attention that he's going to get when you're a targeted player like this.
Now there's Tauranga for 3. And don't get excited because he's such a good 3-point shooter. Tarangi's going at 43% this season.
I think there happened to be Masters on that one.
Was it Xander Masters sneaking that one away? They've got the same haircut. That's not fair. Here goes Evans. Got that away, and now here comes Stoddard again. Yeah, man, they look like brothers from another mother, those two. Here goes Collins. Now that is Masters. Stoddard again. I like the way he started the game. Just nice and decisive point guard play.
Setting the tone too, isn't he, for the team? Just, you know, able to get into the paint. We talked about in the Rapid League too, just the intent that they have, you know, spacing the floor with shooters, you know, drive and kick. I think this is where, you know, that matchup's going to be a fun matchup too. Evans Jr., you know, he's really had a great, or he's got a great opportunity here. He's changed from move clubs from Saints to the Jets to get this opportunity, and he's averaging like over 30 minutes a game now, and you know, had a great start to the NBL, and these are the matchups that he's going to get. You know, he's going to get Stoddard, and he's going to get the key matchups on key point guards on the opposition teams, and you know, so far he's doing a great job.
Yeah, Evans' numbers are really good. Judd, 12 points per game. He's averaging 33 minutes a game. He started all 8 games for Manawatū, and he's getting 5 assists as well. 5 left out here by 7. Made a very tidy start here. Scoring at 60% at the moment from the field.
And we have a side on Corey Webster with the ball in hand.
There he is. Webster on the court. Welcome back, Corey. Here's Poplar Jr. helping himself to 2 points. Interesting to see how many minutes Webster plays. We've been advised by the Jets that he'll be on limited minutes. Here's Murray for 3. Here's Evans picking up the loose ball rebound.
Webster will just be taking his time and just make the right play at the right time. You know, he fed. Here he goes again, feeding the big. And if you see a double team come down, Webster's going to be ready.
Foul on the back there on Small. I think that might go on number. Let's have a look here. On Collins, in fact. Number 11. So Dion Collins playing against his old team. He was a Jet last year. Injured in 17 games for the Jets last year. Here's Webster. Webster's going to wind back the clock there. Here's Evans Jr. with 5 on the shot clock. Good defense coming in from Jaden Bazan. And here comes Stoddard again. Stoddard, beautiful pass. That's a good finish.
Yeah, great active back out there from Tane Murray, just getting behind Corey Webster there.
Sand. Interesting, Sand hasn't got into the game just yet. Quiet start from him.
Yeah, and he better get back on defense too. I mean, not known for their defensive transition right now. They're giving up 21 points in the first 6 minutes. So Jets got to do a much better job here.
Almost thinking timeout territory here for Tony Webster. Hit the reset button, but he doesn't do it just yet. Got to get Caden Sand into the game. Getting his hands on the ball much at the moment. It's a nice play into Small. Can't finish. Yes, he can.
This is where, you know, talking with Coach Lacey, just about their defensive rebounding too. So not happy with that. And you see the Jets taking advantage of this.
A foul from Stoddard. Stoddard's 4 points and 2 rebounds. Only 1 assist so far, but he has been influential.
Just see that too, another basket, easy layup in transition. The Jets got to do a better job. That'll stem from their offense, you know, and where they know the shots coming from, and they can start to anticipate when the shot's coming up, and they can get prepped for their defensive transition. So, you know, being guilty there, probably a couple of possessions there offensively that they haven't liked, and looking to the ref for answers as opposed to running back and getting your stops.
Stoddard at the line here. He's been going at 83% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe this season.
Okay, Poplar has his first sub in 2 games so far, so don't expect to see him on the bench for too long. But you know, here we see Tauranga too. Like as we said, let's see if he's still got the hot hand.
Absolutely, you're very good in the rapid league game. Here's Webster, marked by Jet Thompson. Webster. And there's Tata back out there now. He's looking keen and hungry. Here comes Murray. Bazant.
Oh, Tata open underneath. Missed him.
Get the ball that time. Let's see what Murray can do here. Murray with the fadeaway. Oh, yeah, that's a sweet finish.
Yeah, great. You know, composed, came to the 2 feet, stopped. Nothing open, nothing obvious straight away. Obviously pivoted out of that and able to rise up and make the finish. Great defensive wall up there too from Murray.
Evans. Oh, yes, they've got it. Tata just keeping it in the court. Now here comes Murray again.
Push Tata rolled out of that one. Oh, could have attacked.
Bazant on Webster. Jaden Bazant with his first 2 points of the game.
And that's great. That's great to see if you're a Five fan. This is one guy who has not really taken off as yet in the early parts of the season. And yeah, we all know that Jaden Bazant can score the basketball. So great for him to see one go down early.
This is a good start by the Five. Finally, Tony Webster, Manawatū coach, pulls the trigger on the timeout. 2:24 left. The Five shooting at 72%, 8 from 11. That's from inside the arc, 64% in the game. And already Tame Murray's got 8 points. Stoddart's 5, Tata 4. All their starters really look enthusiastic and keen.
Yeah, that's right. I really come out with that strong intent. And we talk about the timeouts with Coach Tony Webster. You know, he's probably got to manage the timeouts too to rest players. I mean, he's probably got a shorter bench and not going to see too many substitutions for people, but he'll use those timeouts to get that rest. And it looks like we got the first potential sighting of Will Heather, who looks like he's coming in for the game. So another youngster. He got to spend a little bit of time with the Breakers in the during the season and in the training. Did really well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him go at it tonight.
Yeah, Will Heather is a good player as well. Out of Hawke's Bay originally. Had his injury problems in the game already. So Tauranga in total domination at the moment. Hard to believe, isn't it, that they've lost their last 4 games based on what we've seen.
Oh, sometimes, that's what it takes for, to really have a good, honest look at yourself and what you're doing and the way that you're doing things. And 18 points in the paint for the Fire right now. I talked about their 3-point shooting, but right now, head down is getting it done.
Woo, Tata. And Tata, no foul there from Caden Sand. Now Sand has got it. Oh, their task is small, just a little bit too heavy. Comes Stoddart again. The intensity the Fire have produced so far. Got Hawkboy out on the court now, getting his first minutes in the game. Jaden Bazant for 3.
It's a great look. The back of the zone not ready for that. As he worked behind it.
Sand. He needs to get a basket soon. Does Caden Sand, just to get that feel-good factor going, Judd?
Yeah, 100%. They need to get him going. Just didn't quite have the space. They've got the scout on him, though. Strong wall-ups on him. Obviously, that's what happens when you have a great game. You're coming into the next one, teams are ready.
It's just going from strength to strength here for Matt Lacey. That was Bazant nailing that basket.
Here we go.
Saran just short there, and Tata uncontested that time.
And I mean, that's a good shot for him personally, but I think for the team right now, they need something where they get the ball around. Yeah, we've seen the 2 different styles right now.
Wow, Jaden Bazant, this is getting even better for the Five. 31 points in the first quarter. Are on a tear at the moment. Evans. Now Sand, look at that, they look hesitant, don't they? With the ball at this end of the court at the moment.
Well, the Fire just switching that second side. So there's no gaps for them straight away, you know, and they're quite slow in moving the ball, transitioning it from one side to the other.
And there goes Bazan again, and he is fouled. And up goes Tauranga's bench again. This has been a hugely dominant quarter from them.
Sand might have been unlucky with that call, given the nature of the game and how it's been called, you know, so far up to this point. I think, you know, that's all we want as players and coaches. Is just like as soon as you draw the line or draw the line in the sand where the foul is, and then the players can adjust from there. So, but it's always the little bit of a give and take between the players and the officials.
Well, Jaden Bazan is averaging 7 points per game this season, and he is about to even get his 8th point in the first quarter of this game. He's going to have to hold the button for the hold phone for the moment for the Chemist Warehouse strike.
Well, that was one player, you know, I looked at straight away. When I looked at their record, I looked at where they're getting their points, and I looked at Bazan and thought, this is somebody that this is what he does. This is what he can provide. That's a coach killer right there.
Ruben Tarangi with 2 easy points there.
Just everything going the Fire's way right now.
100%. Tarangi's got 4 points. Here comes Christian McDaniel, who's out there now.
You see them switch there, no gaps, and then force them to get to the third side. Base, good reject there from Evans. They get the switch. Let's see if they look high-low.
Nice little pass in there, and Heather can't nail it.
Good
and that
play.
will be the end of the first quarter. Hugely dominant for the Five, 33-14 here at the end of the first quarter in Tauranga. All right, hello TikTok fans. It's nice to have you with us on Friday night, and got Judd Flavel, the Tall Blacks coach, with me, and that was a hugely dominant performance from Tauranga. Everything went right for them in that first 10 minutes, didn't it?
It was, and when you look at some of the key stats here, we got, what are they, 31 points, but 22 points of that is in the paint. Real, I guess, indication of what they're trying to do. You know, head down, aggressive, get into the rim, and at the moment the Jets, you know, very little resistance there. Going to have to make some changes and adjustments. Maybe they come back and zone that up, but you know, they got, more importantly too, rebound out of that zone. I mean, the Fire having their way, they got the 22 points there, and they got 5 offensive rebounds. So a lot of holes there right now for the Jets, and that end of quarter couldn't come quick enough for Coach Tony Webster, I bet.
Yeah, bet. Yeah, they've somehow got to put the reset button on hard. Listen, too, folks, if you're watching on FIBA Basketball's YouTube channel as well, it's great to have your company. Also, the matches get streamed on that platform as well, and they have a good following around the world. So really cool to have your company. And if you want any, you want to pass on any questions here during the commentary, just let us know. Let's drop them into the chat there on TikTok, and Sky Sports on TikTok profile.
Two guys that we talked about with Caden Sand and Jamal Poplar, you know, and from their game, their win the other night. Now between them, they only got 4 points here.
Are we back on air, Ash? 33-14, it is. Second quarter's underway. And straight away, Tauranga looking to impose themselves again.
We see the Jets come out straight out, first possession with a zone. Let's see if they stick with it. I don't think on that they'd be happy with giving Ruben a clear, wide open catch and shoot three, though, as a result. Lucky they got away with that one.
Now Sand, who's had no impact in the game so far at all. Poplar Jr., minimal as well. And they are keeping him quiet under the hoop there. He does have 4 points, but Sand is 0 from 4 in the game so far. He's not been able to get going at all, Judd.
No, I mean, just some of that defense interior. You know, he's trying hard to get to the lane, get to the basket, but just the defense right now has been pretty solid. I love this possession here from the Jets, you know, the post up for Poplar. This is where they need to go to and start operating from. You know, he's got a tough matchup in Ruben, but, you know, he's able to draw the foul there. He's able to get, right now, 2 freebies here at the foul line. He misses that first one, but they're also, the other important thing for them, they're able to set up their defensive transition, which has been an Achilles heel up to this point.
So here's Poplar Jr. from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Can't get the second one either. Jamal Poplar Jr., 71% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe this season. There's a nice fake at the three-point line there from Murray, but he can't quite link up there with Masters.
I think we're going to continue to see a zone here from the Jets, you know, just like we said, being able to contain that driving lanes and you know, forcing them to probably have to hit from the outside.
There's Evans looking to get a bit of pace going, and they still can't nail it, the Jets. Here comes Stoddart.
Another good possession, though. Yeah, a really, really good possession, good intent.
Tarangi lost it. And was there a loose ball fell there from Caden Sand? Is Ryan Jones going to... No, it's actually gone on number 25, Caslow Evans. Not on Poplar, in fact. So Tarangi going to the line here. Don't forget the Chemist Warehouse supporting the BBNZ, Basketball New Zealand Hoops and Schools program, with every free throw that gets made. Tarangi again successful from the stripe, and that lead is 21. Here's Poplar Jr. to inbound it. And now Sand. Here is Manawatū through Hamza Zaran. Now here's Sand again. Sand, nice pass. And there's a goaltend there, no call, and then it goes from Small. Small's up to 12 points. He's doing it all alone, really, for Manawatū at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, 12 of their 16 points right now, so you're absolutely right. But, you know, I have liked their last few possessions offensively.
Here's Stoddart. Oh, that hurts. Manawatū. Stoddart, 8 points. Big three there from Nick Stoddart. Really tidy one. Richards gives it back to Sand. Rolls it back to Richards. Another pass from Sand. That's a good play and a good finish from Luca Richards.
Yeah, nice pass. You can just see there how much better their offense flows. You know, a little bit of movement. Off the pick and roll right now, rolling, making a clean catch and strong finish. This is what they need, and once they find their groove here, it'll help them on the defensive end, or help them on the defensive transition as well, as I've already stated. But yeah, important for them to settle into this.
Can't complete the three-point bay there, Richards. But what about Poplar Jr.? Was that another foul? It wasn't.
No, it's just the classic pull the chair there from Ruben Tarangi. You expect the contact, and Ruben just pulled that away. Great finish there from Masters.
Yeah, man, that was a strong finish from Xander Masters. His game has gone to another level so far in 2026. He was on a tear in one game earlier on this season. 24 points he got against the Airs earlier on, and that's another strong drive there by Richards. Can't finish, though. Here's Masters again. Stoddart. Travel violation somehow either. It looked like steps were taken there by Stoddart. Here's Murray. Stoddart again. Murray for a big three. Goes Small for the rebound. Small, that was telegraphed from a mile behind, and on it goes to Tarangi. And there's 2 more points for Tarangi.
Just once again, just not going the Jets' way. Turnover leads to easy points going the other way.
It's Manawatū struggling at the moment for any cohesion at both ends of the court. Poplar Jr. Poplar Jr. again, and he rolls it in this time.
Yeah, great job sticking with it and able to capitalize on the second effort. Ruben with the behind the back, creative play.
And there's a timeout on the floor. I think that one called by Matt Lacey, 42-20. It's getting better and better for the fight.
Yeah, just saw Ruben put up his hand asking for a sub before, so maybe that was a timeout just to give him that little breather. You know, no, you're playing too well, we need you out there on the floor. I'll give you a timeout instead. So they want to keep this momentum as much as they can, because we know the Jets can score. Once they find their groove, they can get it going. So they're still a dangerous team, even though they're down here in a hole.
There really are some impressive numbers coming from Tauranga in this game. Still shooting at above 60% in the contest. 64th as the team. Stoddart, Murray, Tarangi. Points have been shared around beautifully at the moment too, Chad. They've got 8 points each. Bazant's got 7. Masters with 5. Tara with 4. It's a very good all-round team effort.
It's going their way. Not too much that Matt Lacey wants to change right now, but just to keep the foot down and keep it going. And you can see the Jets sometimes, they're obviously, the physicality that I talked about, and that's what Ruben does in these matchups. And, he's just changing shots. And some of those finishes haven't been so clean for the Jets, and, maybe some body contact there as well. But they, just got to keep rolling up the sleeves and stay with it.
They're getting good. They're getting some good looks, though, aren't they? Yeah. The majority of their possessions, I think, up to this point, like in the first quarter in particular, I think there was probably a lot of improvement there, and they've made some good improvement. Like, as I alluded to before, the ball movement and stuff, I think Poplar is the one that they need to have ball in hand. I think, operating from the post, which I saw him do a great job the game against the Bulls. The few times that we've seen him do it here, it's really worked for them. Can't give up. Yeah, just keep an eye on that. The battle between Collins and Poplar underneath the basket. Poplar doesn't want to give away a cheap foul here. He needs to save those fouls. That was a good stop by Manawatū. I mentioned all the points being scored in the paint by Tauranga. They never got close to getting the ball inside the key on that occasion. Here's Richards. Oh, Sands left that behind. It's just one of those games so far for Caden Sand. He's got no points, and he got 35 in the last game.
Yeah, just a lot more attention, isn't it? I mean, that pass going through the legs, I mean, they've got to clean that up. But yeah, he'll get it going. He'll get it going. But they get some stops and get out and running, then that's where we'll see him at his best.
Frustration foul that time from Caden Sand.
It's starting to creep in, isn't it? And that's where those frustration fouls are really hurting you. Stay composed. There's a long way to go in this ball game. There's not going to be one in the next few possessions.
Indeed. Don't forget to scan that QR code, folks. Get your Hoops in Schools details there if you're in the Tasman, Canterbury or West Coast region. Applications are now open. You can also go to Basketball New Zealand's website for details. Great initiative supported by the Chemist Warehouse, the Hoops in Schools program. Some more regions coming online next month as Bazant tries to nail the 3. And here is Masters with the offensive rebound.
Yeah, just another one. They can't secure that rebound. The 5 reaping the rewards here, just being in the right place.
Bazant.
Step back. Bazant signature move.
Doesn't roll in. And there's Collins with the offensive rebound.
Another one. They must be getting up to like 7 offensive rebounds or so.
You're right on it. Corey Webster back out there now for his second stint in the game. Webster, good ball into Poplar Jr. And he muscled that one home finally for Manawatū.
There you go. Get the ball in your stars' hands. Let them make some plays here. Involve both Webster and Poplar. I think that's the way for them to go right now.
Masters for 3. It goes from Sander Masters.
Yeah, just not making the effort there, Small. Just getting screened on the back of the zone. Great screen. I think it was Collins that had him pinned.
Webster has got a foul out of his teammate from last year, Dion Collins. Well, if you take that last 3 out, it's actually a reasonably close second quarter. Manawatū fighting hard. It's going to be a long way back from here. Webster. Here's Poplar Jr. for 3, and it goes from Jamal Poplar Jr.
Yeah, and this is what they can do. This is the danger that the Jets can. They've got the personnel that they're unconscious.
Here's nice play from Bazant. Stoddart. Masters. 7 on the shot clock for Xander Masters. Clever little move in it. It's just that night for Tauranga with those half 50-50 rolls in.
They're getting everything, and that's you get the rolls, you're playing with that intent. I mean, those positive things start happening for you. Get the bounce of the ball.
Strong move from Jamal Poplar Jr. No and 1 for him though. Xander Masters with that preview basket. By the way, folks, it's the first hit double digits in the game. Stoddart for 3. And now Stoddart joins him. He's on 11.
can see Collins here just doing what he's supposed to be doing, you know, getting under the skin of Small, you know, his job as a guy coming off the bench right now, his role would be come in and be physical, as we talked about earlier, getting under their skin and unsettling.
There's a step back from Isaiah Small. Well off target that one. Bazant's got it. There's Stoddart again. I'm going to weave his magic. Oh, that's a great move from Nick Stoddart. He has got some skills, the boy from Brisbane.
Yeah, he's hot right now, hitting threes, getting to the basket. Good timeout here from Coach Webster. Got a lot to talk about.
Boy, is he what? That score has doubled. It's really blowing out in favour of Tauranga. There's still 3:30 left in the first half, Judd, and Tauranga are north of 50 points. So what will you do? What would you do if you're Tony Webster? What are the key messages that you're trying to get through to your team here, Judd?
Oh, look, I think he'll be going, like, you know, the last possession that we had, Corey Webster utilising the pick and roll and him and Poplar. I really think, like, the offense, I mean, they've given up a lot of points, but a lot of that has been contributed to maybe the shot selection or the turnovers offensively. So tidy up that area, get yourself into a good place, good rhythm, and then you can knuckle yourself down on the defensive end, you know, tidy up, because one does transition to the other, obviously. But I feel like turnovers, the shot selection, this can be better, and they've got plenty of weapons out there too. And you know, once they find their place, I guess then you know, hopefully they can start to build some momentum. I mean, the game of basketball is all about momentum, isn't it? And the Whai have just not let up at all.
It's not like they're in foul trouble either, too, Judd. Manawatū, you know, they've only conceded 6 fouls in the game, 2 each to Sand and Poplar Jr. And, you know, there's no reason why they can't keep playing physical, try and get some uncertainty into that Whai lineup somehow.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, probably with the, you know, some of the imports are playing heavy minutes and they'll want to be out there for the entirety of the game. And so it is important that they don't get in foul trouble. But yeah, you can still be smart and play with your body and your feet, leave your hands out, and still able to play great defense and still take yourself out of the harm of picking up a cheap foul.
Webster still can't get the score for himself in his returning game. He returns from that Achilles injury, and that one's been thrown out of court by Tarangi. There's a foul being called on one of the Manawatū players. Is that Caslow Evans? Gee.
He's like, what? You picked that? You picked me out? Like, look at the size of me compared to Tata here. You give him that call. I feel you, Evans.
Yeah, did Evans have a feather in his pocket? Pull it out. Give him a whack.
Great zone out of bounds play there for the Whai.
Again, of course, it's Tauranga ball. Start up with that little effort play makes a big difference to his team there.
And the thing is with the Jets, I feel like it's going to be their offense. You know, when you look at their personnel, it's going to be their offense that turns it around. I don't think it's going to be their defense. You know, probably not the identity of what they have right now. So, you know, they need to get, I guess their offense are going, and hopefully that brings out the excitement to get out and knuckle down on the defensive end.
Start up with the ball here. 10 on the shot clock. Beautiful pass into Tata. Tata, big strong player. Good finish by Nick Tata.
Good patience underneath there too. You know, met resistance, had to pivot his way out there, out of the trouble and get to his favoured right hand.
Pull a pass that was. Frozen rope there thrown by Stoddart. Here's Evans. Small. Almost has a pinch by Stoddart. And it's a run. Finally gets Manawatū on the front foot.
Good possession, you know, same thing again. So they've got some, you know, handful of good possessions here. They just got to keep milking that.
Stops to Stoddart for 3. It doesn't matter how it stays out. It's if it stays out. Here's Small. Now Sand, who still hasn't scored in the game. Remarkable, really beautiful pass. And there's a foul, and it's Small going to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 2.
This is when I did watch their game against the Bulls, and where they were so dangerous was as soon as they did rebound the basketball, because they got multiple guys that can rebound and go and start that fast break themselves. Poplar, Small, Sand, you know, all good athletes and can push the basketball. And this is where they got out in transition a lot. But, you know, once again, it comes from the rebound, securing that thing and then going. And that, you know, that's probably what's missing right now. You're not able to get those cheap ones here too. So let's see them come out. Obviously 2 minutes to play here, but get into that timeout, reset, you know, get that locker room chat going, fire yourselves up and see what they can do in the second half. Obviously, yeah, 2 minutes to go here.
A lot of challenges for Tony Webster. Small successful from those 2 free throws from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Lead back to 24. Small's up to 14 points. Stoddard. Here's Tarangi. Stoddard again. Switches it back to Tarangi. Tarangi wide open with that mid-range jumper. Created space for himself, and he's never going to miss those ones.
Kind of a mix between a blend, in between a pull-up and a floater there from Ruben in the mid-range. Hands-on foul. Yep, good call from Ryan.
Well, they're getting a few fouls now, and that puts Manawatū in the bonus for the last 96 seconds of this first half.
Thompson for the foul.
Thompson checking back in here for Tauranga. Second stint in the game.
And fouls, like how many fouls is that on Ruben Tarangi right now? Like, is he looking at 2 or 3 fouls?
Yeah, let's find out. It's a second foul.
Second foul, yeah, so he's in good shape.
He's in pretty good shape as we see Poplar Jr. go to the free throw line here for Manawatū.
And a smart sub too, just to get Ruben out of the game here. On 2, doesn't need to pick up, you know, his third here with the last minute and a half.
Exactly, especially with that 24-point lead. Here comes Tane Murray. Working off Tata again. And there's a stop. And look at that, a little spring in the step there from the Manawatū Jets.
There you go. I mean, I talked about their defense, you know, probably not being their identity at the moment, but you've shown Small twice now, the last 2 pick and rolls, really attacked the basketball.
Evans.
Look at that switch underneath the basket.
Still has it here. There's another one who hasn't scored in the game so far.
We've got 2 guys looking at the post up. Yep, got Poplar underneath the basket. They don't see him.
Trying to get it now. Sand goes for 3, and then it rattles from Caden Sand. Basket there for Sand. Can that kick start him?
He needed to see that one drop down. Yep.
Stoddard over to Thompson. Murray. Murray again with 7 on the shot clock. That's a good stop by Manawatū.
Yep,
Sand has got it.
A good ball up. And this is where you'll see Sand, you know, the athleticism come through. You get that rebound secured, clear the runways, and off he goes.
Foul on Jet Thompson. Pretty smart foul there from Thompson, not to get momentum in the game there of Caden Sand. Well, the challenge of Manawatū can just get to the end, get the half here. Well, as we see Matt Lacey call a timeout. They just need to get to the end of this half with a bit of confidence, Manawatū.
They'll take a lot of confidence from that, those last few possessions. And, you know, already now up to 37 points. So, you know, it's, they can score. They can get it going.
The biggest lead for the Whai has been 29 points in this first half. Corey Webster with plenty to say. But, well, it's baby steps at the moment for Manawatū. Just got to chip away. They can just keep the Whai scoreless now for the rest of this first half.
Yeah, things that we've liked, you know, talked about. Obviously, Sands downhill off that rebound there, and Small being aggressive, being a lot more aggressive on that pick and roll defense, and surprised Tane Murray in the last one, able to get his hand on the basketball. But those are little things that they'll need to do now. They can't sort of sit back now in the second half. They'll have to force the issue. You know, it's still maybe a great opportunity for them to build something there defensively, but I think that if they do this, you know, then they're not out. If they can chip this underneath, you know, 20 points right here, I mean, there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, it's been a stellar first half, though, from the Tauranga Whai. It's Caden Sand. First one from the Chemist Warehouse strike.
And this is where he needs to live now. Like, you know, he's had a game here. The finishing hasn't been there, but able to get to the foul line, see that ball go through the hoop, build confidence from that point, and that's all, you know, players that they need.
Gets the second, so back to 20.
I like this from Evans up the floor. Look at this. Need to see somebody else up there with him.
I reckon that was 4.9 seconds before they inbounded it.
I've seen plenty of 5.6 seconds here not being caught.
Oh, offensive foul. There we are.
This is the New Zealand NBL, and screening, you need to be as clean as a whistle. This is one focal point that Ken Colson has really introduced over the last few years, and the screening has really cleaned up as a result.
BNZ players timeout called there by Caden Sand. So a chance for a little corridor here for the Manawatū Jets. They want to get 2 more possessions.
They'll need
small, very vocal. Yeah. There's your ticket to the big game, by the way, folks. Just scan that QR code. 5,000 tickets to give away to school groups, sports groups, community groups. A reminder for you to fill out your group's details once you scan that QR code, and then you'll grab your ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ.
This will be for the Jets. They'll shoot this. It's very quick if they want to get that 2-for-1. I'm surprised he didn't shoot that first one.
Wow, Small looked hesitant, didn't he? Into Jamal Poplar. Hell bent on getting it to him, and he's got the foul out of one of the 5 players.
And no double teams coming, so Poplar having his opportunity to back down, you know, 2 or 3 dribbles, get to his spot. I think this is, offensively, this is the guy that needs to touch the ball down there in the post. And as we saw against the Bulls in the first couple of possessions in this game too, willing passer from that post play. Not a common thing you see these days. You know, people playing out of the post, you know, a lot more face up, and especially from the perimeter. But this has been successful for the Jets.
That last foul went on Tane Murray, just his first foul. There's Poplar Jr. at the line. And he's 2 from 2 from that visit. He's got 17 points in the first half, Poplar Jr. He's doing his bit for his team. And lead back under 20. Not bad when it was 29 a few minutes ago. Now Stoddart getting out of that one with Tata's help, and gets it to Tata, and thanks for coming. Poplar Jr. for Manawatū here, and he's not going to get that shot away in time, and that was an emphatic finish from the Whai at the end of the half.
Yeah, you just see the replay there, a good Spain action here, sending that back screen on the defender and no help on the backside. Oh, they caught the foul here.
Oh, they have. Be interesting to see how much time's left.
Okay, who was it?
Let's see how much time they've got. Ryan Jones there just talking to the officials on the bench, just seeking some clarification. So just trying to figure out here. What's exactly? So Ryan Jones having a chat here, head official with Matt Lacey.
And I wonder if Coach Matt Lacey is talking about the time expiring before the foul actually took place.
Yeah, well, we did wonder that, didn't we?
I think what Matt's asking is, can I challenge this?
Well, we know the answer to that one. But,
can we bring that into the Sal's NBL?
Well, that would be pretty interesting. So Ryan Jones still in deep discussion there with Matt Lacey. Olivia Murray's ready to go.
Yeah, they got to move on. Like, the decision's been made. Say your explanation and then get on with it. No one likes to be standing around here for too long.
Let's have a look here. Well, the foul was definitely in the act of shooting. It's just a matter of whether it was committed before the time expired. And here's the answer. Poplar is going to get 2 shots. Tauranga could use their BNZ player timeout here.
That's right.
As well.
You've got Tata out there on the floor too, so maybe a low play for him.
And there it is, called there by Cole Hawkboy. So half a second left in this first half. Poplar Jr., what a stellar performance from him in a tough match for his team. 19 points in the first half for Jamal Poplar Jr.
Yeah, he's really come to the party, I guess, in that second quarter, you know. And
he's put the team on his back, Judd.
He has. And look, I talked about his facilitation too. Like, he had 10 assists, 1 turnover in the last game against the Bulls, you know. That says it all right there.
Let's see what the Whai can do with this last half a second. And Murray can't nail it, so it's going to be a 60-42 scoreline. It's still a very, very comfortable lead for the Whai. Have been a very slick basketball team in this first half. 18-point game here in Tauranga. Halftime wrap coming shortly.
The main thing is you're here to have a good time, so if you are enjoying yourself, Father, make some noise.
So, thank you for joining us on TikTok again. And, well, I like the way Manawatū have fought their way back into this a little bit, Judd. It's not over yet. It should be over in many respects, with Tauranga in control of the game, but Manawatū got some scoring threats there.
Yeah, I mean, the momentum, you know, the Whai had all the momentum for that first quarter and probably the half of that second quarter too, but the back end of that quarter for the Manawatū Jets is, we saw them, you know, pick it up a little bit on the defensive end. We saw the ball being run through Poplar, so some good things there to take out of that end of that quarter, and I expect them to come out and go right back to their game plan in the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, a little wake up for them, wasn't it? That Manawatū gave them as they cut that lead. Was it 29 back to 18? It's still a healthy margin though. But if Sand can get going, I think he's the key player for Manawatū. If they can get him good looks, Judd, then they can keep chipping away. Yeah,
I mean, that's the guy right now. The 35 points in the last game, so he's shown that he can do it. Once again, it's going to come down to, I think for him, it's the defensive rebounding, the push of the basketball, let him play from that, where he's downhill, much more comfortable. Going to see bigger gaps when he does that, rather than in a half-court set where he's got bodies in front of him.
Yes, indeed. So he shapes as a very key man. And Jamal Poplar Jr., 19 points, 55. Now, someone's given Kaz Evans a big shout out. Someone said, RIP the Jets. Well, we'll see if that happens. I reckon the Jets are showing a bit of signs a lot. What do you in about 30 seconds, what do you made of Corey Webster at the moment? It's tough, isn't he? He's looking like he's lacking match time, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No surprise.
Yeah. I mean, first game, you know, like this is a significant injury that he's come back from. So you can see him. He's not quite at his, you know, where he left off, I guess. But you know, he's out there, and I think it's going to take a little bit for the, you know, any player that comes back from an injury, just the getting court time, getting that on the floor, and then building confidence from there.
So 60-42 is the score. Great to have you with us for Friday night hoops here of round 6 of the NZNBL. We hope you're enjoying the game. You know, that margin is a bit of a blowout there to the Whai so far. Jets showed a bit of metal, a bit of steel towards the end of that second quarter to cut that 29-point lead back to 18 points. Let's check out the Chemist Warehouse halftime stats now. And these are going to show some interesting reading with Jamal Poplar Jr. and Small featuring heavily in the scoring. Actually, we're going to start off with the steals. So just 4 steals to 2 in the game. Right, here we are. Poplar Junior with 19, Small 14. They're shaping as key men, but I love that even spread on the Whai side, Judd.
Yeah, that's a dangerous team when you've got 5 guys knocking on the door of double figures already. So, you know, a lot to like there for the Whai. We see the damage that they're doing in the paint. I think 36 points in the paint. So, yeah, they're very clear in you know, how they're approaching this game.
I like the form of Nick Tata as well. He has, I know he started in 6 games, all 6 games for the Whai with 7 points per game, 5 rebounds a game, but he's showing some real signs that he could be a bit of a force in the middle there for the rest of the season.
100%. I mean, this is a great athlete. This might be one of the best athletic guys that we have in the league right now. So, you know, I think probably the message during the week was that all of them needed to pick up their rebounding, the intent, the physicality, which they have done. You know, they got 24 rebounds, 8 of them on the offensive end, comparative to only 15 rebounds total for the Jets. So people like him, you know, this is the type of damage that he can do. I'm sure Coach Matt Lacey is happy with what he's doing so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Stay with us. It's the Whai up by 18 at the moment here in Tauranga. Yeah, someone's, as we continue on TikTok, we need a shout out to Xavier Pern at the moment from the Airs. He's injured at the moment though. He's a former Manawatū player up in Taranaki now. Yeah, just keep the comments coming, folks. It's always good to read them. And remember, every Friday night game here in the NZNBL here in New Zealand is simulcast on TikTok. And remember, all the games are simulcast live on FIBA Basketball's YouTube channel. It's great to have them on board again for another season. It's easy to get a little complacent sometimes, isn't it, Judd? I'm sure you've been in this position several times as a coach. You know, you're miles behind, but on the other side of the equation, you're miles ahead. You've got to stay on point, right?
Oh man, this is coaches. The coaches don't actually like it, you know. I mean, you you do worry about, I guess, you know, the complacency, which is a real thing. You know, he'll be leaning on the experience of Ruben Tarangi really to be a big factor of that and keeping the guys stable and consistent on that end. But their consistency has come through just the intent that they're playing with, how hard they're playing. They started off just playing harder than the Jets, and that went across all the stat lines that we could see for them. So I'm sure, you know, they will be on guard. I mean, this Jets team can score, so this is not a team that you want to all of a sudden take the foot off, because they'll cash in. They've got too many weapons out there to do that too.
100%. There's Corey Webster again. He's going to only get better for getting some miles in his legs. It's tough coming back from an Achilles rupture. It's been 11 months now. In some respects, some might think he's back a bit early, which is a credit to him and his rehab. But he's had a couple of little stints out there so far. Here's Corey Webster. He's had 5 minutes and 47 seconds of court time. Yeah,
it's what happens when you're a hooper. You just want to be out there, you know, and that would have been driving him throughout his rehab, you know, just getting back out on court. So it's a great sight to see, and you know, this is about putting a foundation in place to work off. And you know, he's, like you say, 5 minutes. I mean, he hasn't been able to really get free. I mean, they got the scout on him. They know how dangerous he can be, and he's managed to get a couple of shots off, but you know, they're right on him. So you know, he's still even on 1 foot, or you know, 1.5 right now, still making his way back. He's still got enough attention out there and that can work still. You know, he can find guys who can facilitate as well.
Not too far away from a start in the second half here at Tauranga, with the Whai up by 60 points to 42. Corey Webster in the first half, 5 minutes and 47 seconds in his return game. First game for 11 months after busting his Achilles last year. And he's 0 from 2 from the field, but he has dropped 3 assists in to his 5 minutes and 47 seconds so far in the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play a few more minutes in the second half. Don't forget too, we've got games coming up tomorrow, double header from New Plymouth. In fact, it's from Hawera, isn't it? With the Saints travelling north to play Taranaki, and Otago hosting Auckland in the second game. And we have a lot of faith in Manawatū to make a huge comeback in the second half in the Your Shout.vote poll. Wow, yeah, there's some loyal fans, and here's Corey Webster. Can he go through that warm-up in the second half? And fingers crossed his brother Atai can get back out there as well for the Jets. They're a completely different team if those two get out on court together, aren't they, Judd?
Well, yeah, Ty, another one that's coming back from injury too. So it'll take them a little bit to find, to get to their, I guess, where their form, their groove, I guess, so to speak. So, but just their presence alone, like we said, Corey Webster hasn't hit a shot yet, but he's already got 3 assists, 0 turnovers in 5 minutes. So, if he was out there playing 15 minutes, that's a, it's a great rate to have. But yeah, adding Ty Webster to this group is going to be fun. Lots of fun to watch.
Well, let's see. So those games coming tomorrow, let's repeat them for you again. It's Taranaki against the Saints, Otago against Auckland. Then the 2 games on Sunday, that match in Christchurch is going to be a ripper. First versus second, Canterbury versus Southland, the hottest team in the league at the moment. And then the late game on Sunday is Nelson at home to Hawke's Bay, who finally got off the mark recently with their first win.
Yeah, so everybody's on the table now.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the scoreboard. Once again, this league has, I think over the last few years we've seen real, I guess, competitiveness, true competitiveness across the board. And even the Jets last year, up until Corey Webster had his injury, season-ending injury, the Jets were right in that playoff hunt and looking dangerous too. So, we're in a healthy situation right now with the league and with the teams now getting their wins and everybody taking a loss too. So, everybody is beatable on their night.
Which makes the league really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And challenging for all the players.
Yep.
That's why you coach too.
Yeah, I'd prefer to win every single game personally, but never going to happen. But yeah, look, I think from a spectator standpoint here, this is what we want.
Third quarter underway as Caden Sand gives it to Caslow Evans. It's an 18-point game in favour of the home team.
Great play, targeted straight underneath for Poplar, and they've got the third foul on Ruben Tarangi. They'll go right back to this and really force the issue on Ruben, and then Coach Matt Lacey will be watching this matchup carefully. Do they change it? Do they put Tata on him?
See what Tarangi can do. In fact, there is a nice offensive rebound. Oh, Sand left it behind.
Just how many times has that happened tonight for the Jets, And
how many times have we seen the Phi punish them? But this time, there's a bit of payback. And Caden Sand has it smashed out of his hands. And that foul has gone on Xander Masters, I believe. And Sand looks like he's battling a little.
Yeah, Masters had clean with the ball, but just the foot trip, incidental right now, worthy of a foul. This is good for the Jets though, 2 fouls in the first 2 possessions. This is one version of them, if they can get their way to the bonus and get themselves to the foul line, one more way or avenue that they can score the basketball.
Sand to...
And you see that the 5 made the change in the matchup now with Tane Murray picking up Poplar underneath. So good smart move there from Coach Lacey.
Keeping Tarangi on the court though, which is interesting. 18-point lead, and that's thrown away again by the Phi. A little careless to start this third quarter. Here's Small. Sand again.
You see, every time Sand catches it, it just seems to be a static catch, and everybody, the defense is just loaded up for him.
Exactly, no momentum. And there's Poplar Jr. No foul, always to have lost that clean out of court.
The right approach from the Jets. how they've started this third quarter. Exactly, they've come out well out of the locker room.
18-point game, and there's hope here for Manawatū. Signs that they could cut this lead back again. Here's Murray over to Tauranga. Tata there. Can't bank it in, and that has come off Luca Richards.
Good play, good read, good execution there for the Whai. Tane Murray coming off the zoom, seeing the popping Ruben, real shooting threat, and able to challenge that or attack that closeout.
Murray for three. It's a strong rebound by Sand.
Here we go, and this is what he needs. You know, he needs Poplar to sprint into that corner though, give him some space to operate where they had nothing for him.
He's exciting to watch when he's on the run like that. Small looking to post up here. Stoddard, it's Evans for three, and Caslow Evans with a sweet shot.
See the double team, the post play, Small making the right play, good catch, demanding the double team, the kick out, easy three. This is down to 15. Good signs here.
Exactly. Those are the first points of the third quarter. But gnarly to start the third quarter. Tauranga Whai, and there's some pressure. They've got it. Oh, it's lost out of court, and Luca Richards a little unlucky there, John.
Unlucky. Great coming out, hedging. Love it. Being aggressive, active on the ball, surprising the guard, the head down, blind to it. Almost forced a turnover.
Plenty for Tauranga to think about here. These first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Gone scoreless. Stoddard. That's well short that time. Another stop for Manawatū.
Another stop, turnover too. So really done a great job so far. Let's see if they can capitalise this.
Tauranga on Sand again.
Straight into the post, Poplar.
Yeah, too strong that time. Oh, offensive foul. Can you believe that?
I disagree with that.
Third foul.
Personally, I think, not enough. You see Tane Murray, take one in the chest, but just not enough body contact there to warrant a foul. In my humble opinion, of course.
Exactly. Well, it's his third personal foul. And that's thrown out of court by Masters again. And don't know what's happened to the Whai here.
That's right. That's a careless play. Attacking, no exit plan, no plan of what was going on. Just throwing that one blind to Stoddard, who wasn't expecting it.
It's not just one player either, Judd. It's pretty much been all of them so far from the Whai. Here's Sand again.
You see them change the matchup, get Ruben Tauranga off the ball.
Sand for three. Oh, and it goes from Caden Sand. And we're back to 12.
And this is the little momentum now. You start seeing the Jets. Look at the energy on the bench right now. This is what was missing in that first quarter.
Remarkable to think that Tauranga still have not scored in this third quarter until that one right there from Tane Murray.
Yeah, nice find by Stoddard to Tane Murray. Poplar coming off the shooter, should have just held his ground there. Let the big man sort of challenge Stoddard at the basket.
Murray up to 11 points. Small. That's been well read by Nick Stoddard. Manawatū got to be careful here. Not to lose the momentum that they've managed to get. Here goes Sand.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, he could run at Tauranga there and pick up the fourth foul, and he has. That's exactly what he's done.
Smart move, smart move. That's what you could see the moment he had the ball in the hands, and this is how dangerous he can be.
That was smart play from Caden Sand.
So we just said Ruben Tauranga picked up this fourth foul.
Absolutely.
This is a pivotal moment right now. Does he keep him in? He takes him out?
Well, Matt Lacey probably should have pulled him out after 3 fouls. He is going to be pulled out. There's no point keeping Tauranga out there. He's still up by 15.
Yeah, I mean, he just would have trusted Tauranga, being an experienced player, to be able to keep himself out of that. He changed the matchup, took him off Poplar. But just those positions there where you're not in complete control of it, Sand's been downhill, Ruben been back turned to the basketball as well. And probably, maybe it was a foul. I think it was a foul, but one that Ruben just stuck in a bad position.
Sand 2 from 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. He's starting to heat up a little bit now. He's on 9 points. Missed his first 4 shots. He's now 2 from 6. Back to a 13-point lead. Remember, just started watching this game. The lead was as big as 29 early in the second quarter. Hopoi out there now for Tauranga. Tata.
Same play.
Whoops.
Jumping out Hedge.
And that's been lost out of court. No foul. And it's another turnover.
Whai got to recognise now the adjustments that the Jets have made. They come out and showed on this. You can't just take their hand off and be head down.
There was serious contact mid-court with Luka Richards involved there, but no whistle.
We have Corey Webster on the floor as well.
3 assists in his 5 minutes and 47 seconds.
Straight to the post.
There's Poplar Jr. and he wins the day over Tane Murray, and there's a timeout. Matt Lacey not impressed, and rightly so too. Just a solitary 3 to Tane Randall so far in the third quarter.
I mean, the Jets, they found it. You know, we talked about it and just the intent that the Whai came out and played with, but you know, credit to the coaching staff of the Jets right here. You know, they made the adjustments and the guys have bought into it. You see the excitement, you see the energy now they're playing with. You see them being aggressive on the pick and roll, surprising the Whai's guard. So, you know, Matt Lacey's got a few things to talk about with his group right here, you know, and now you have Ruben Tarangi with 4 fouls as well. So this is a big one. He won't risk and put him out there in the rest of this quarter. I'd be surprised if he does that, but yeah, big pivotal moment here in the ball game.
Yeah, it's Manawatū outscoring Tauranga so far in this quarter by 10 to 3.
But probably even more importantly, it's just the way the game's been. You know, we see the carelessness of the possessions of the Whai, and then we've seen the complete change of intent from the Jets here. So it's reflecting in the scoreboard, but you know, so many things here that are going their way.
The foul count is also in their favour too, isn't it? Only conceding the 1 foul so far. I know there's still 6 minutes to play, and that could change too, Judd. But you're getting the numbers in their favour. Of calls going their way as well.
I'm really keeping a close eye on just the matchup that they have on Poplar, you know, in the post, who they're going to put on him. Yeah, I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't, if it was me, like I don't know Tata's game too well, but that could be a matchup because a lot of Poplar's points and damage has been done inside.
Nice drive from Cole Hopoi. That's a strong move by the youngster.
Sure was. Just great read too, recognising, you know, Webster being out of position slightly and able to put the foot down and get to the basket.
Another foul conceded by Tauranga, that one by Nick Stoddart. That's his second personal.
One more in the bonus. So
bonus, yeah. Wow, let's see. Here's Webster. Nice find down low to Luka Richards. Evans nailed the 3 from there a moment ago, and he can't get that one. Still going to be Jets ball.
And here we go. This is what we're talking about. Now every foul, they're walking to the foul line.
Yeah. Still plenty of time left too. 5 minutes, 19 seconds. It's our man Jamal Poplar again. Gets the first one. He's up to 22 points. He has cracked 20 in every single game so far, Judd, except game number 2 against the Saints when he finished with 15. It's been tremendous for this team. Can't get the second one. Ball from the Chemist Warehouse strike though. Highest score on the season for Poplar is 32 against the Tuatara back on the 25th of April. Stoddart has it smashed out of his hands, and things aren't going the way of Nick Stoddart anymore either. Here's Webster.
Another turnover. This is where they're going to be dangerous. He goes a ball screen. Yep. Corey's going to see 2. Makes the pass, makes the right play.
And there's Richards finishing off.
Great basketball play right there. Good possession here from the Jets. It's as easy as that when you have Corey Webster in your team.
4th assist to Corey Webster. And that lead, it's down to 10. Here's Murray.
Murray's going, oh, no hedge to go under the screen. Surprised by that move.
Oh, the bank is open.
And that's what you give up. Unfortunately, yeah.
Another 3 to Taine Murray. 14 for him. He's now the leading scorer. And yes!
Taine Murray looking to step out back off that Corey Webster on that screen.
Well, there's his first baskets for 11 months. And Stoddart's play there would have been amazing had that fallen in. There's that play a moment ago. Well, that was a big play there from Nick Stoddart. So he's going to go to the free throw line.
They bring Collins, big boy Collins in now to get, what he was doing in the first half, being physical and getting under the skin of the Jets. And see, he's got to be careful. He's got to be treating water carefully here because, they are in the bonus. And so every foul is going to be walking straight to the Chemist Warehouse.
Stoddart at the line here. Gets a second to fall as well. 15 points for him in the game. Whai going well from the free throw line. The Chemist Warehouse stripe. They're 9 from 12 in this contest. Webster sits down again. He'll enjoy that three-pointer a moment ago. Just over 8 minutes of play now in his return match. Daniel back out there now. Lively player. So is Small. And it looks like Luca Richards might have given one of those defenders a bit of a push. No, in fact, it's gone on number 6.
That's Taine Murray.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that one. I thought it was going to be called on Jaden Bazant underneath the basket.
Maybe it was on Bazant. Yeah, in fact, I think it was.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Yeah, he's 66. I just saw a 6 go up.
That's
and
what
then
I thought.
Not another 6.
That's what I thought, yeah. So now, once again, these points walking to the foul line, the offensive rebounds. Who we got? Richards here walking to the foul line. So this is the work, the good possessions at the start of the quarter, really setting them up, and now they're making the most of it.
Richards gets the second free throw to fall as well, and that lead is under 10. Well, in fact, it is 10 again, rather. 2 need to chip away here. Just slowly working their way back into this game as Bazant gets it back from Stoddart, from Murray, rather. Now here's Taine Murray again, working off Collins. And there's a foul this time. That was a nice work move by the Whai.
Yeah, got through their set, got it back to the third side, looking at the VAR screen. Here we go, see Taine Murray downhill, attacking the gap, exactly what they need. And the foul count now starting to rack up here for the Jets. So, this is good. This is good positions here for the Whai.
Absolutely. It's funny often how in Cells NBL games one team will get out a huge lead, as the Whai did. How often it happens, they do get a bit sticky later on in the game.
Sometimes when you got that big league and then a team has momentum, it's always amazing just to watch a team sort of tighten up a little bit, and you're still in the lead. You've got to continue to play the way that you played at the start of the game that got you the lead,
Poplar Jr. And there's another foul, and then it goes from Jamal Poplar Jr.
Hey, yeah, great finish. Same play, and Collins, I thought, did a lot of good work, but just the verticality, not quite as vertical as what he needed to be, and Poplar is strong. Not much size there given to him, but strong, plays strong, finishes through contact really well.
24 points for Jamal Poplar Jr. now, and the three-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
And shooting his 11th free throw.
Yeah, a lot of free throws. 7 from 10 in the game from the stripe. And there is another, and it gets Manawatū under 10 points for the first time since the first quarter. Very important 3 minutes 15 coming up here in this game. Bazant. The Whai struggling. Shot clock down to single numbers now as Jaden Bazant has it. And look hesitant, Jaden Bazant. Good find, and there is the no finish from Cole Hupoi, and it's McDaniel who's got it.
Yeah, just overcooked it. Good position there too. Like I like Poplar now. I'm seeing him active on the defensive end, and this means a lot for this team. You know, they're growing in confidence here now on the defensive end, the Jets.
Oh, somehow he's still got it, and he gets it back to Richards. Murray smashed him. Poplar Jr., another three-point play. Wow,
isn't everything just turning to the Jets now?
Crazy, crazy. Tay Murray picks up the foul. Well, yep, absolutely that. Little bit of luck that they were searching for so long, Judd, is going their way now.
Starting to get the bounce of the ball, and we see this happen a lot. You know, like team coming out of their halftime, just a total switch.
Incredible. Here's Poplar Jr. for the three-point play, and he's got it too, and that lead is back to just 6. Incredible stuff. 24-12. The Jets are outscoring the fight in this third quarter. Oh boy, Stoddart going baseline. Can't finish though. Now that was dropping in the first quarter and in the second quarter as well.
It sure was. Right. Post up. Oh, good hands by Cole.
Oh, wonderful play.
Here we go.
Hey, Richards.
I love the intent. I love the challenge even more.
Not on my watch, and what a comeback from Small at the other end. And now it's back to 4. Check this out on the replay. Watch Richards here.
Oh, I love that they're both lined up, looked at each other, said, how high are you going? This is the Jets. This is the part turning stops into transition right now. We weren't seeing this in the first half. Now you start to see when they add this into their system right here. This is, you know, this is going well, as obviously we're seeing on the scoreboard. Look, we're seeing Sands up the floor now.
Here's Stoddart over to Bazan.
He's got to continue to play through that though.
He can't nail it, and then Small's just got his hands on it. Oh, well done from Cole Hupoi.
Yep, great. They need to be locked in on all those little 1%ers right now, the fight.
That's great stuff from Cole Hupoi. He's only 17, folks. And he's out there mixing it with some seasoned American vets there and winning the day. Masters inbounding it. And ooh, Stoddart almost had it nicked. Chest out play from Manawatū so far in this third quarter. Admirable comeback from them. Stoddart. And it's tipped back into the hands of Small by Poplar Jr. Here's McDaniel again.
McDaniel having, you know, a good impact here in the game for the Jets. Good possessions.
100% as Poplar Jr. muscles up again and gets 2 more points. He's up to 30.
Look out, look at this scoreboard right here.
Wow. What a comeback from Manawatū in this game. And another miss by the Fire. McDaniel's got it again.
This is where they're dangerous. Get the ball to Sand.
They could take the lead here, Judd. Sand from the corner. He's not going to take the 3. Here's Small. And Small rolls it in, and we've got a tight ball game. Whoa. It is a 30-12 scoreline to the Jets in this quarter. Masters can't nail the triple.
Watch out for the foul there. Did they get a 2-for-1 right here?
Sands. This would be amazing if Manawatū could hit the lead here. They did lead very early in the game by 1 point. Here's McDaniel. McDaniel can't nail the lead for the Jets for the meantime. And here comes the last play you'd think of the third quarter. The score is not 72-7, by the way, folks.
Jets have 1 foul. Do they use it here just to stop the clock and get them inbounding the ball from the sideline? No.
Oh, that's a good drive by Stoddart. That's more like it. Couldn't get the foul. And that will end the third quarter. A really nice finish from Nick Stoddart. And that has given Tauranga the lead. A slender one heading into the fourth, 74-72. More action coming up in just a moment.
A lot of people have texted tonight.
Who wants to be Matt Lacey right now?
Wow, what a comeback. Yeah, I'm just picking my jaw up off the floor after that comeback from the Jets, rather. So that scoreline, 74-72. We had the Jets outscoring Tauranga 30 points to 14 in that quarter, Judd. Pretty amazing.
And Poplar, the key to this, Poplar touching the basketball, operating from the post, you know, getting to the foul line. You know, he's 9 from 12 from the free throw line. This is, yeah, so much to like here. But the other thing that we're seeing too, and this is probably who they are right now, is like, you know, they're seeing the score, the ball go through the hoop. All of a sudden now they're feeling the momentum, and defensively we're starting to see them really go to another place, another level. So yeah, great stuff here.
Yeah, nice to have your company on TikTok. I reckon Forskin has summed it up. What a crazy game, says Forskin. Yes, I agree. Score at the moment, if you're watching on TikTok, is 74 to the Whai, 72 to the Jets. So enjoy the fourth quarter. Thanks for watching on TikTok, by the way, folks. Hope you're enjoying the game and enjoy the last quarter. It's 74 to 72 to the Tauranga Whai. Here we go with the fourth and final quarter of this game. And it is Manawatū who have outscored the Whai by 16 points in that third quarter and come roaring back into this contest. And here we go, the Whai with the first possession. Big bucket there from Nick Stoddart right at the end of the third. He's got 17 points in the game. Tata back out there now. Nice pass from Murray. Hawkboy for three. Good look, that one. Manawatū ball.
Yeah, good. Another good play. They've run this play for Tane Murray now for the third time. You know, great read, seeing the open Cole Hawkboy with the open three. Good position. The key question for me right now for Coach Lacey is, like, how long do you keep Ruben Tarangi on the bench?
Yeah, he's on 4 fouls, right? Is Sand for three, and it goes from Caden Sand. Manawatū hit the lead for the first time since early in the first.
There you go. This is straight shot making right now, feeling confident, coming down and taking that look.
Tata. Shot is missed by Tane Murray, and now Manawatū have it again. When would you roll the dice with Ruben Tarangi?
Very good question. Look, I think it's only a 1-point ball game right now, so I'm still giving it a few possessions. But obviously a lot of it is about the way the momentum's going. Yeah, if they keep this up, it's got to be soon.
Jamal Poplar Jr., 32 points. He's equaled his season's high score. And there's still 8 minutes 48 to play. And we've got an offensive foul against the Tauranga Whai.
And wouldn't you know, it's an offensive moving screen. So that's the, you know, that's what the refs are keeping an eye on, a close eye on. Look, the Jets, I feel, have picked up the intensity so much. They're even getting away with a little bit of, you know, just a hand-to-hand contact. And that's what happens when you're playing with that level of intensity and you've got the whole team doing it.
Foul, by the way, went on Cole Hawkboy. And there's another foul at the other end.
These are good signs for the Jets there, accumulating those fouls.
Poor old Matt Lacey looks a bit stressed now, doesn't he?
It's just the normal coach's world. That's how it is, 24/7.
Dion Collins going to check back in. As Evans inbounds it. Jamal Poplar, what a game from him. Oh, he's done everything but get a three, and there it is, another from Jamal Poplar, 35.
Yeah, Ruben's coming in the game now for me.
Manawatū just carrying on where they left off in the third quarter. And again, Tauranga have gone cold. They haven't scored so far in this quarter yet. Xander Masters.
And it hasn't been the Jets' beautiful offense. I mean, it's just been the beautiful shot making. That's really what it comes down to right now. And that's just indicative of how confident they're playing with the ball in hand.
Judd, they have outscored Tauranga 35-14 since half-time.
Yep, that says it all, doesn't it? Just the complete change of the momentum, and this is, is why we love and hate basketball.
Actually, it's 37-14.
Right. You know, this is why we love and hate coaching as well. Like, you know, just these things, just the game and all the momentum. This is what happens.
Xander Masters at the free throw line. His first visit to the Chemist Warehouse stripe in the game. Very good free throw shooter is 82%. Two very important points there for the Whai. Masters up to 12 and Tarangi back in there now.
Yeah, and just keep an eye on the matchups, because, you know, what I'm doing is putting them on someone that's probably, you know, right now you want to keep them off Poplar. Poplar's a big target for them, but
that's it. He's done. Ruben Tarangi is done. And it's Matt Lacey just got a technical. He has, yeah. That was just a disaster for Tauranga.
And you know what? The foul probably wouldn't have been called, but because he got tripped and the stumble, that brought it to the ref's attention, and yeah, it's a big loss for the Whai right now.
Wow, look how much time left. 8:13. That's a long time without your best player. So Tarangi fouls out with 10 points and 4 rebounds and 2 steals. Gosh, he'd only just come back on. Well, this game is all of a sudden Manawatū's to win. Sam gets the free throw from the tech. Thrown on Matt Lacey. I can still get it done here. Richards, strong move, and the tip-in from the big man from the Kapiti Coast.
Once again, that would have been another assist if he'd made that first shot. But Corey Webster's going to see 2 guys all the time. Any screener that's with him got to be ready to have their hands up.
Well, Murray finally gets a 3 to drop from the corner.
And this could be the guy that gets it done for the Whai now. He needs to step up. He needs to take these shots. He needs to be the guy that gets him across the line here.
Almost stolen. In fact, it has been beautifully picked up by Murray. He's trying to look at a Cole Hawkboy.
I think we got a ball game right now. You know, both teams playing now with a great level of intensity. We're starting to see, you know, these players, some big shot making going on. This is sit back and enjoy this one, folks.
Good play there from Webster. Also worth mentioning, one thing we haven't mentioned, Judd, as we see Murray give it back to Hawkboy for 3, and then it goes from Cole Hawkboy, the 17-year-old. Keeps that game nice and tight. As Nick Tata is out of the game on 4 fouls as well.
Wow, I didn't see that one. I spent so much time looking at Ruben Tarangi's foul count.
Yeah. Richards looking to dominate now with Tata not there, but can't do so. So the Whai now showing some signs of life. Lovely delivery. Oh, he stood on the... Did he stand on the sideline there? He has. Nick Stoddard.
Richards right now doing a great job just getting out of those ball screens and having his hands ready. Just got to be ready to brace that contact that comes from the weak side there and finish over the top there. He's the big body.
And there is Hawkboy again.
Yeah, being very active, disruptive on the defensive end, knocked down a 3. Right now, is he the guy that's, you know, I talked about Tay Murray, Cole Hawkboy right now getting it done too.
Exactly. Tauranga worth mentioning again now, on a little 6-0 run here. Here's Webster prowling. Lovely catch there from Sand. Lovely pass to Richards, who bangs in 2 more. He's on to 10 points, Luca Richards.
Great finish. And I was so impressed with his game against the Bulls too, Richards. You know, I've seen him over the last few years and you know, but a big body, and been impressed with just his work rate. You know, around the glass, the boards, the finishing here through contact.
Yeah, well, he's getting close to his season's high. Scored just 13 against the Hawks in the very first game of the season.
You'll see a hard shot, yeah.
Masters for 3. And there was a little tangle up there with Collins and with Richards, and it's Richards who's been pinged.
Yeah, great battle there off the ball, just working for that position on the offensive rebound there from Collins.
Third foul on Richards.
Yeah, keep an eye on this. At this stage of the game now, every foul, just, you know, as they start to, I guess, make an impact on coaches' decisions on, you know, making subs or keeping players out there.
It's a big decisions to be made here by all these coaches down the stretch of this game. Here's Masters to inbounder. Bizant. Murray can't get that little teardrop. Works hard to get his own rebound though. And there's the little tip there from Jamal Poplar Jr. Here comes Webster.
Yeah, it's an easy foul for Collins, holding on to the shirt.
It's his fourth foul, Dion Collins. So the two bigs in the Tauranga Whai, both on 4 fouls.
And probably more importantly, just the next foul is they're going to be walking to the foul line now, the Jets.
They have sucked the Tauranga into their style of game as Webster.
Boom.
There it goes to Corey Webster.
You know, when Corey sees a pick and roll, he's going to see two bodies. He gets rid of it. He gets it back. The defender's not up and in where he should be, and it's just an easy catch. That's a layup for Corey Webster.
6 points for Webster. Both of them threes. And welcome back to the league, Corey Webster, after 11 months out. And there's that large cut pepperoni for $35. That's a special till next Wednesday. Just scan the QR code, or if you're on a computer, just throw in that online code of SELLS-26. And of course, weekly specials coming up each and every round here on the NZNBL. Tell you what, if Manawatū go on and win this game, that pizza's going to taste pretty sweet.
I mean, that's pretty sweet in the best of times. Any time actually. My favorite pizza personally. But yeah, what a game, what a ball game, what a second half for the Manawatū Jets. So, but look, a lot to be played out yet here, and you know, Cole Haupoy is doing some good things, and I'm really interested to see how the Whai come out of this. So yeah, a long way to go in this one.
Whai led 60-42 at half time. Since then, they've only scored 22 points. Here's Poplar Jr., leading scorer in the game, 34 points. He's 12 from 16 from the field. Couple of threes as well. And just 1 3, but he's been great in other aspects as well of his game. 7 rebounds, 2 assists as well.
Yeah, that 9 from 12 from the free throw line is probably where the bulk of the damage.
Yep.
That in his post-up game.
Well said. Here's Stoddart. In fact, that's Tane Murray. Now down to Jaden Bizant. Player open here. It's Collins. Murray. And there's a foul from Richards again.
Yep. Good position. Great screen there from Collins.
Watch Richards here.
Straight into it, connecting uphill with Tane Murray there, and you know, Webster picking up the foul, I believe.
Webster, yes, actually a little reach in there from Corey Webster, which Luca Richards will be very happy with. Keeps him on 3 fouls for the meantime. Tane Murray, the leading scorer for the Tauranga 5, and 19 in the game. So Nick Tata comes back into the game on 4 fouls. Reminding you, Ruben Tarangi fouled out with 8 minutes left in the game.
And probably like how much did he miss of the third quarter too?
That's true.
He missed the bulk of the third quarter there, and or maybe midway through the third.
Well, there we are. He's had 15 minutes, or he had just 15 minutes and 26 seconds of court time in this game.
And the Jets have definitely been rewarded through that. I can't believe just how many times the ball should have been in the Whai's hands and ends up just belonging to the Jets.
Especially in the second half. It's Webster. Can't nail that one. That's fallen for Caden Sand. And it's been picked up by Haupoy. So still, Tauranga have a chance here. Still 5 minutes to play. They're only down by 3. Stoddart. Boy, was open for just a moment there as we see Murray again. We're going to get it to Tata. Can't get it, so here's Haupoy for 3.
He can shoot this. He can knock that down. Good pass. Tata's got to be careful there with his moving screens or his screening. Like, you know, the refs do keep a close eye on that action.
Rear mistake there from Poplar Jr. And there is a foul from Richards. No basket for Tane Murray, but he will. In fact, let's have a look here. That's just the 4th foul, so it's just going to be inbounded from the on the sideline.
For the Jets is number 4,
Luca Richards does pick up foul number 4. Webster checks out of the game. 6 points, 4 assists. He's had 11, just on 11 minutes 40 of court time. Murray, unlucky miss there. There's rule to come off Hawk Boy. Caden Sand coming forward now. Here's Poplar Jr. Lovely little play from Tane Murray.
Yeah, good quick hands.
He doesn't get the roll there, does Jaden Bazant, but small, it's come off him.
You know, Luca Richards has been, you know, I talked about offensively being a presence around the rim, but defensively too. Just good, strong wall-ups, got the athleticism to go with the sides as well, so a real factor there to impact and change shots.
10 points, 2 blocks, 3 rebounds for Luca Richards in this game. Tata back to Tane Murray. Murray again.
Off his knee.
A little reach in from Small there.
I mean, it was
Got the ball.
good decision for Tane to attack there. The runway had cleared up for him. Just got to keep that ball on the outside hip, protect it from the swiping hand.
Got a timeout called by Tony Webster, the Manawatū coach. Up by 3, still plenty of time left in this one.
Yep.
Big challenges for both teams through this game. It's been a crazy game.
Has been, yeah. No, a great game to, you know, obviously a real slow start for the Jets in the first quarter and really come out and made some changes there. And, you know, this is what you like to see, you know, like getting to whatever happens, but getting to this stage here where we can really let the players play it out and, you know, sit back and watch this one go, hopefully, all the way to the wire.
Well, absolutely. Jamal Poplar Jr., the highest scorer in the game with 34 points. It is a season high for him. Small has 18. Richards and Sand also in double figures. 4 players in double figures for the 5. Tane Murray with 21. Stoddart 17. Masters 12. And Tauranga, of course, fouling out with 10.
No, we haven't seen it like Jaden Bazant got on 7 points right now. He had that all in the first half, I believe. So, you know, somebody, I believe he's out there on the floor. Maybe they've made the sub, but yeah, he's somebody as well that can get the points ticking over for the Fire.
Yeah, Bazant actually had all of those 7 in the first quarter.
There you go.
Yeah. But Bazant is more than capable of hitting a match-winning shot. Done so on previous occasions in the Cells NBL. Here comes Caslow Evans for Manawatū. Sand. Richards. Well, that's a straight loss of play there from Caslow Evans, and Murray with a big play.
Great finish. Great finish. Took the heavy contact too and able to make that finish and get himself to the foul line.
Well, it was great stuff from Tane Murray.
Not the first time I think he's probably been caught.
Exactly. Tane Randall. Yes, from days gone by. But what about Tane Murray?
Just the Jets there. Just, you know, the ball has definitely, it's been a slippery ball tonight. Gone through hands and no one really been able to, well, I guess just many times that it's let the team down and it's really ignited the transition opportunity for the opposition.
Tane Murray completes the 3-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. We have a tied ball game. Oh, every play vital now. Manawatū works so hard to get back into this game. Small for 3 and it rattles.
Great play.
Small up to 21.
And Corey Whips is back on the floor now. I'll probably see him finish the game and steer this Jets to a win.
Stoddart. Too many white shirts in front of him. Webster for 3. Oh!
That's the one person you must find in transition.
93 to 87. Manawatū back in front by 6. the equal biggest lead of the game. Two big baskets there from Small and from Webster. Stoddart's off target. And now Manawatū, just that little bit of swagger in their step. Small again.
Yep. Jets running through their plays now, their actions really well.
Sand. Shot clock down to 5 for Corey Webster. Sand. Stop from the fight. They need a play here, really.
Yeah, just playing straight into that pick and roll. Just too long before the actual screener arrives. You know, just holding on to the basketball gives the Jets time to get their defense set. Great.
How about that from Tane Murray? 27 in the game for him. He's 3 off his season's high, 30. Back to 3 with under 2 to play.
And he shot the ball. He's shooting the ball well right now at the start of this season of the Sal's NBL.
Great to have him back in New Zealand, isn't it? Poplar Jr. Well, no whistle. Poplar Jr. helps himself to 2 points.
Staying with it once again. Whai just being guilty, just standing there watching that ball bounce off that hoop. No one pursuing it, doing the dirty work and boxing out, putting the body in the line. Got to come up with the second stage of the rebound, which is pursuit of the basketball.
Sander Masters back out there for Jaden Bazant. So is Nick Tata to end this game. Tauranga need points from this play. Here is Masters. Murray again from way outside the 3 line. Wow, what a shot from Tane Murray. Here comes Caden Sand. That was a big shot from Murray. Webster. And there's Murray with the rebound.
Here we go, what do we got?
We've got to give it to Tane again, don't you? Stoddart almost loses it. Oh, boy, he's got it. Tane Murray with 10 on the shot clock. Inside the last minute here, double team. That's good play from Manawatū, but they've got a foul. It's gone on Small. It's just a second.
But he'll be walking to the Chemist Warehouse right now, getting those free throws up here to tie it up.
To 93 with 51.2 left. Tane Murray, what an effort. You mentioned when Ruben Tarangi was fouled out that it was Tane Murray's time. Had to stand up, and he has.
He has. He's really taken the game by the scruff of the neck. Hey, just while have a look at this as a defensive rebounder right now. If that ball is touching off, bounce off the hoop, you can get up and tap that thing off like that.
Tane Murray. 95 each with 47 to play. Caden Sand. Webster, he had a little look there.
Yeah, don't want to shoot it too early right now.
Oh, that's classic Corey Webster there. What a pro.
Big shot.
Manawatū back in front. 34 seconds to play. Masters.
Got to run him off.
Yeah, it's a good run there. Not from Murray, but there's a foul.
There's a foul, yep.
Another foul. Is going to send Tane Murray to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Poplar Jr. has picked up the foul. And we're just trying to find out. Poplar Jr. still there. That's his 4th.
Yep.
Luca Richards is fouled out, by the way, with 10 points.
Now, something to keep an eye on is just like if this game goes to overtime, you know, how many guys are going to be, you know, in foul trouble right now as we get to the, you know, right down to the wire here.
So here's Tane Murray at the line. The 23.5, big free throws here from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. But Tane Murray, still a young man, but he's played plenty of big games, not only for New Zealand, but of course in his college career.
Yeah, yeah.
4 years at the University of Virginia, 96 games. Here goes Murray, and 97 apiece. Manawatū have got a chance to win the game. Here comes Caden Sand. Got a BNZ player timeout up their sleeve too. Here is Sand. What are Manawatū going to do? What play are they going to work up here to win it? Caden Sand. He's lost it. He's fouled. And the foul has gone on number 5, Cole Hopoi. Little body contact there, Judd Flavel.
Yeah, right core. Just taking that contact on the outside body. I think if he managed to square up or take that in the middle of the chest, you know, maybe it wouldn't have looked so bad. But because you got your hip and your shoulder there and it takes that contact, that's what the, you know, some of the, I guess, the indicators that the ref look at. But here we go, Sand to the foul line. Well, what's his shooting percentage from the foul line this year?
He's having, well, in this game, Caden Sand is 4 from 5, and overall he's 86%.
Did we just put the commentator's curse on? Is this a real thing for commentators?
Yes, it is. Let me tell you it is. Let's see.
No.
Not this time.
Big shot.
Well, there's still 5.2 seconds left here for the Whai. They'll have a chance to win it.
They'll utilise their player timeout, right? The BNZ timeout?
I would think so. Great stuff from Sand. Good composure. And there is the BNZ player called rather by Cole Hopoi.
It looks to be a coach
full
one.
timeout.
Yep.
Yes, it does. Probably a good call from Matt Lacey.
Yep, you'll drop a play here and also talk about, like, obviously they need the foul straight away if it's a miss. So look for this to be as quick a shot as they can get. And then, yeah, I mean, this is the Jets right now. What do they come out with? They got, you know, obviously don't want to give up the 3. So you want to be aggressive on the 3-point line right here, but also not able to foul. You know, this both teams in the bonus.
Indeed. So 5.2. Lots of options here. You've got to work up a play for Tame Murray, don't you? But having said that, he's going to be watched very closely, you think, by this team here.
He will be, and you know, the play will be, I mean, you think it'd be run through his hands, but being ready for the overreaction if he sees 2 or if he sees any hedge or whatever, then the screener or whoever's looking to free him up, be ready to slip that and be available for the ball or Tane. They do have, you know, some time that they can get through this. Doesn't need to be a straight catch and shoot. So, but yeah, absolutely, Tane Murray will be the target.
Well, Tony Webster's taken Jamal Poplar Jr. off for the meantime. He's on 4 fouls, doesn't want to foul him with 5.2 to play, but he'll come back on for the next play if Tauranga miss. So here we go, Nick Stoddard with 5.2 left. Here's the play for Tata. It's Stoddard, out to Hopoi for the win. He's away and the McDaniel's got it, and it's a win to the Manawatū Jets. What a miraculous win that is. They were 29 points behind, and they have fought their way back superbly to grab it by 2. And there is Jamal Poplar Jr. A fantastic game, the MVP of this one. 36 points, 9 rebounds. Stunning performance from Jamal Poplar Jr. And it's a win to Manawatū. A tight one, 99-97.
Wow, what a ball game that we saw in the second half. I mean, the fans knew something that we didn't at halftime. They said, who's going to win this? And the call came out to the Jets. Well done to the Jets and the changes that they made and the adjustments. And we talked about how dangerous they were. Obviously, when they were down in the hole, they looked sort of down and out there, body language and everything, but complete turnaround and just one of those things there. Obviously, we're looking at Ruben Tarangi right now, and that was significant. That was a pivotal moment in the ball game. But the Jets, they're a dangerous team, man. They're a very dangerous team. On there, they can turn this around in a half. If they get this right, you know, into at the start of the game, this is going to be a team that, with the addition of Corey Webster and Ty coming back in, you know, you got to watch out for this team.
I'm shaking my head, and it's great to see Corey Webster back in and contributing with 11 points. This was his first game back from that busted Achilles. He managed 15 minutes and 19 seconds of court time, contributed 4 assists as well. But what about Tame Murray? We've got to give him a shout out as well. Season's high score of 34 points in this game.
That's right, and we talked about, you know, when Ruben Tarangi got fouled out, I mean, the person that we're all looking at is Tame Murray, and he did that. He did his part. He carried the scoring weight, and you know, he's a guy that can really shoot the basketball, but we saw him get into the foul line as well. We saw him attacking the basket. You know, 9 from the free throw line, hit some big ones down the crunch there too. So, you know, but just a little bit short tonight for the Whai, and so much to like there from the start of the game. And, you know, there'll be plenty of positives, but obviously, you know, a review of that game there, looking at the second half, there'll be some learnings for them too.
Absolutely, and some good numbers from Nick Stoddard there too, as we went through the Chemist Warehouse stats a moment ago. 17 points, 9 assists, and 3 steals. But there is your MVP again, Jamal Poplar Jr., 36 points, 68% he shot at, 13 from 19. Great from the free throw line, and he's 1 rebound short of a double-double. Well, what a game. What a comeback here from Manawatū. Let's check out now the games to come, which are going to be at you in the next couple of days here in the Cells NBL. And tomorrow we've got the Airs and the Saints to start it off in Hawara. Looking forward to that one. Can the Saints carry on? Can the Airs upset Wellington in that game? And then what about that next game? Both coming off losses in their last one. Tuatara, tough defeat against Southland. But the Nuggets, after a 4-0 start to the season, have just dropped their last 2 games. And then that first versus second battle in Christchurch on Sunday too. What a beauty that's going to be. And then we end the weekend with the Giants and the Hawks having a go in Nelson.
Some great matchups there.
Absolutely.
And looking at the Rams and Sharks one, that's probably the game that I'm most looking forward to seeing play out. Obviously, when you have the 2 top teams currently right now. But yeah, all across the board there. Nuggets at home are tough. They're a tough outfit. Had a great start, like you said. You know, they'll be ready to get their season back on track. And the Giants and Hawks, you know, 2 teams that are, you know, trying to make their way up the ladder.
Well, that wraps it up here from Tauranga. What a game. Don't think we'll see a comeback like that again this season, but who knows? This is the Cells NBL, but coming back from 29 down is a wonderful achievement. Thanks very much for watching here, folks. We hope you enjoyed the game, and particular congratulations go to the Manawatū Jets for a very tight win over the Whai here in Tauranga, 99-97. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you for more Cells NBL tomorrow. Mā te wā.